I realized.
we got a raid already.
We did?
we got raided already. Hi
Oh.
guys.
Who rated us?
Hi Snivy.
Who
Hi
rated
Devon.
us? Oh, Snivy and Devon. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, guys? How you
Hey!
doing?
How did the rest of Donkey Kong Country go?
Oh, you were playing Donkey Kong co-op, y'all.
Donkey
Rest in
Kong
peace,
Country 3, no less. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Devon says, I hate sleds.
Why is that so loud?
It was fun.
No,
Was
it was.
really though? Listen, be honest, gentlemen.
It's okay. We're all friends here. You can. I also hate sleds. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. We're here tonight. Actually, now that we're live, it caused me immense joy. We're here tonight. This was the thing that I was talking about last night that I was planning on doing, which was we got the gang together for the first time in a while.
Tier list gang.
We got the tier list gang. We're gonna do some tier lists. We actually have a couple of tier lists planned out tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and scooch on over to this. Hello.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. I'm so sad no one noticed it. The loading screen.
Listen.
And no one questioned it.
Listen.
How would we question?
No,
if you saw the message of the day in the little corner there on the intro screen, go ahead and type it in chat. Other than that though, why don't we have everybody introduce themselves tonight? We'll go in order of how we are on screen. So Blaze.
Hi, I'm Blaze. I play video games. There we go. That's all.
All right.
Perfect.
Josiah.
Hello, my name is Josiah. My internet presence consists of one blip in 2018.
Fair enough. You've been living off
Is
the
that where
grid
the
ever
new-
since.
Is that where the nuclear codes went?
Oh God, not again.
Fuck.
Colleen.
Hi there. I'm Colleen. I also go by Fish or C. I use any pronouns. Doesn't really matter. I don't stream that much. However, I plan to start streaming once I think about getting a PC.
Hey yo.
I just sit and yap on the internet. Also, I'm the reason why we haven't had a tier list in a while because I am a slave. I am a slave to the night shift.
A.
So
You're also the fastest quip in the West.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah.
God!
The thing that was on the title screen. For those of you who didn't see it, the little message of the day that I have in the corner read, and I quote, "Speak softly but shit loudly," and that is because Colleen came up with that 5 minutes before I hit the go live button.
Yep.
Because as you all may or may not have known, because I think this has definitely happened on stream. Colleen will just like say things off the cuff, and they are the funniest things I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't know how she does it.
It's something else.
I don't know how I do it. I think I'm chronically online. I think that's the problem.
Fair enough.
Also, night shift night shift has just made me go more insane, causing me to be funnier according to lots of people on the internet.
That's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that to you.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just Mr. Boss from Smiling Friends, where he's like, "Guess I'm ugly boo, hubba, hubba, hubba." Like that's me.
Yeah.
Literally me.
Still haven't seen the second season. But
Please.
It's alright.
Cal.
Is that what you want?
Hi, hey everyone. I am Mel's vice president, Calicers.
It's pretty accurate.
A vote for Mel is a vote for a very good trans tyranny, which I'm always here for.
Hell yeah.
I also do art. Please follow me on Blue Sky because Blue Sky is nicer than Twitter. That's
It's
Callie
way
at Blue
nicer.
Sky.
Agreed.
I also do
tomorrow.
Twitch. a follow for characters on Twitch is a very I can get paid for that, please. Cause I'm unemployed. Please, I need money. So yeah.
All right. And thus we have the team assembled. For those of you who are new around here, I'm Turnip. I'm your host, and let's just jump
who are
right
you?
into it.
Wait, who are you though?
Who am
Who are
I?
you?
I'm
Who am
Jean
I?
Valjean. All right.
You gotta do it like Hugh Jackman in the movie, though. Oh, where he has that stupid vibrato.
Oh God, don't. Listen,
Ah!
there will come a day. There will come a day where all of my thoughts on the Les Miserables movie will come to light, and none of them are nice.
I want to be there for that because I think as well.
I-
What do you think of One More Day?
The roast of Les Miserables 2017.
oh my God, dude.
Hey, what do you?
That
what do you
movie
think
didn't come out in
of
2017.
One
Came out in
More Day?
2012.
Oh my gosh, dude, you should do roasts, but for movies.
Oh hell
God,
yeah.
yes.
No, you know what? I want to do roasts for popular movies. All right, shitty movies get roasted enough.
Yeah.
Let's roast some popular movies.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
we're gonna move on to the
For now.
tier list here. As you might have noticed, this tier list here it says household objects. Now,
You know,
we,
I can't see anything on our end.
oh, that's because I'm not
Oh
streaming.
yeah,
it,
no.
right?
So,
'Cause-
so Blaze, you have to. You're gonna have to. So how it works? Oh, sorry. No, go ahead and explain. Sorry.
basically, my computer is struggling enough as it is to run everything right now. If I try to stream to Discord, everything's going to go to shit.
I see.
So, but I have posted the links in our little group chat. So,
Let me
We're doing
discover
the
a
household
quick
object.
fix.
Wait, are we not gonna be doing
Do it yourself.
mine?
not this time. Not this time.
Damn it.
We will do that one soon enough.
And
Oh,
oh, we got a bot.
thank you for catching that, Snives. I appreciate it. Okay, so, but yes, it says household objects. We are ranking them in a very particular way tonight. We are not just ranking household objects by how useful they are. We are not ranking household objects by how funny they look. We are ranking household objects by whether or not they would make good lightsabers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we came up with. I do have to do some housekeeping real quick.
Modifications.
I have to make some modifications because, of course, we have our funny little system that we have here. Triple S. What's a funny Star Wars
Link.
thing?
Triple S Binks.
I was gonna say Triple S Wilhelm scream.
Triple S Hondo Onaka. There we go.
Fair enough.
I was gonna say
everyone's
Babu
favorite.
Frick.
Oh, you know what? Let's go. Triple
Hey,
S
hey,
Okay.
Babu Frick. Hey hey.
Hey, hey!
All right. And then that's just gonna be the logo because tier maker's funny like that. And then down here, of course, we have to make it. Actually, who
Logo.
do?
The
This
tier
is-
maker.
Because it's Star Wars, so it's.
Oh
Voodoo.
right, Poodoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Poodoo feces!
Anyway. So I was thinking of playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, so I was playing Byleth and Super Smash Brothers. They're my second best character. Jesus Christ. Wish I was that good at Byleth. Okay. So, here's the list. We've got household objects. We're gonna rank them as if they were lightsabers, how good they would be at being lightsabers. And we're gonna start with hand soap. Sorry, it's just
No.
it just hit me.
Gotta be Voodoo.
This concept just hit me.
I just. But like,
I-
here's the thing though. Are we so? Is the pump of the lightsaber, or is the soap in the thing the lightsaber? Is the
I
real
imagine
Either
that's
lightsaber?
way.
I imagine that's how you activate it is you push down a little pumpy thingy. But then it comes out horizontally.
I
Oh
thought
my
of like
God.
Ezra's like gun lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! I
It's a
like
dual
this.
purpose.
This has to
saber.
suck. This has to suck, right?
It's got okay.
As a
so
lightsaber.
here's something that I'm thinking canonically.
Mhm.
Whatever's usually inside the object is still in there. So even if it's a lightsaber, it's still got soap in it.
Yeah, it's the kyber crystal surrounded by soap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it's turned like a gun, you fire it and then a little bit of soap squirts out onto you. And it's like, I don't know if it's worth it at that
You
point.
get a few bubbles every time you turn on your lightsaber, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Lightsaber
goodness.
bubbles.
Oh, man.
So we're not saying the lightsaber saber is the soap itself.
We're not saying
In
it's
the
the soap.
bottle.
It's the bottle. So the blade of,
Yeah.
the beam of energy that makes up the lightsaber blade is
Comes out
going to
some
be
way.
produced from the bottle somehow. But also there's
then
still
you-
soap in this thing.
Well then you could.
What?
Well then you couldn't hold it though, right? So it has to suck, right? You couldn't hold it.
It
The
sucks.
entire bottle. It sucks.
Yeah, no, this would be
sucks.
bad. This would be bad. This is poodoo.
This is definitely
I'm
poop.
late.
Yeah,
What are y'all
that
tiering?
would
Hi,
not
Enigma.
be-
We're tiering household objects based on how good they would be as lightsabers.
Yeah, exactly. Haven't you ever used your soap lightsaber? Okay, this next one's got to be a Goku tier, right?
Oh yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely Babu Frick.
What do you?
I
What
no.
do you
I have
mean,
I have a
Blaze?
vision for this one. I have a vision for the broom.
I do too.
All right. The vision is that the handle is like the handle, the hilt of the lightsaber. The broom
Yeah.
head,
Yeah.
all of the things. That's the lightsaber part.
Yes, that was what I was
This is
thinking.
what the. This is what
Okay.
the. This is what the witches of Dathomir should be using. Yes.
Exactly.
They're not being slaughtered by Grievous.
Flying around on
They're
their
out
laser
there with their
brooms.
lightsaber
Laser-
broom.
They got their light brooms around.
This is what happens when you have rock debris all the time. This is how you clean up. You use the lightsaber
Yeah.
to just like melt it away.
The largest hilt in the world.
Well,
I,
that's just
I
the light
imagine
path.
because
That's just a light path.
speaking for real, like Darth Maul's hilt is pretty long. Like, because it is that one is effectively
Yeah,
a
it
bow
is.
staff.
Yeah.
So I would imagine this wouldn't be too much longer than that.
Or it could just be a light
it's-
staff
it's
as well.
It's
Yeah.
a polearm. It's
yeah,
a
well,
polearm.
and
as we know historically, pole arms are broken.
yeah,
Yes.
and lightsaber pikes do exist in canon.
Lightsaber pikes do exist, and they're spooky.
Yep.
So do lightsaber whips, but that's an entirely
No, I
different story.
think
Light
this
whips
one-
also exist, but they're stupid.
Light whips are great. I don't know what you're talking
They're,
about.
they're great, but they're stupid.
Verified Vernestra roasting
How
over
do you
here.
train with one?
Carefully.
Same way you train with a friggin'
Regular lightsaber, yeah. The
well, I was gonna
It's
say
definitely not a regular lightsaber. The regular lightsaber
Well-
techniques would not work with the whip.
well, that's true. Anyway,
I was gonna say something really awful, but then I had to stifle myself.
What were you gonna say? That was really awful.
go on.
Imagine the transatlantic slave trade with lightsaber whips.
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now,
Hey,
now, Cow, did you watch
can't
the
be
Acolyte?
damaging the property like that.
Well.
What did he say?
To be fair, a broom made out of lightsaber would be perfect for Dusty, would just vaporize all of it. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But y'all are okay. But y'all aren't understanding. You'll destroy your floor.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though.
Unless
Yeah.
your floor is
Only
made of
if you're
Beskar
yeah,
or other
Yeah,
lightsaber
or
resistant
or
material.
stone.
If you have a floor made of lightsaber resistant material, you're golden. You know, you're set.
Also consider,
All right. What's
it
up?
actually does have regular bristles underneath the saber.
Yeah. So
Would they
when the
not-
lightsaber is
would they
not
not-
activated, the bristles are engaged.
Or also consider training mode on lightsabers. You know the prequels, how they have like the group of younglings that are learning how to use a lightsaber for the first time. So those
Yeah.
those
Mhm.
sabers aren't like fully powered. Like they won't like melt through metal. You know, if
They're
given
just
the
chop a
opportunity.
limb.
They don't chop
Yeah, so
limbs off
just-
either. They're basically just like force fields effectively.
Yeah.
So I reckon you could do that for a light broom.
Yeah.
No wonder
Fair
the
enough,
young
okay.
couldn't fight back against Vader.
So this is Babu.
Yeah,
Change
no,
it,
that's
right?
the reason. No, yeah, that's the reason why they couldn't fight back. That's the reason
Because
why.
their lightsabers wouldn't work, obviously. It's not the fact that
Legalized
they're literally 5 years
lightsabers
old
for everybody.
against the most powerful, like, force user to
How
ever
else are you
exist.
gonna fight back if you don't have a lightsaber?
Also, how do we know that
So-
Goku isn't in Star Wars?
That's true.
He could be in
Fair
Star
enough.
Wars.
That's true. I never considered
so
that.
Where do we want to put?
Oh,
There's
I-
nothing
lightsaber?
saying that
I
he
went ahead and
isn't
put
just
it
a
in triple S tier.
variant interpretation of the Force.
Okay. Shampoo bottle.
Shampoo
lightsaber.
bottle. I feel this is probably
Now-
better than the soap dispenser.
Definitely
So,
better
so
than
listen,
the soap dispenser.
here's my vision with it, you guys. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you basically hold it like a pocket rocket, and you squeeze it, and
Oh.
the lightsaber comes out, and then like it shoots it, right? Like a
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I see it as taking the cap off. That's it. You're like, give me a second. You're in the middle of a duel, and you're like, give me a second. You have to unscrew the top and
Unscrewing
then,
the cap.
and then activate the lightsaber.
Sorry, I had to take care of a bot for a second there. I had to take out a droid. I had to take out one of the clankers.
friend.
Oh my god, Captain Rex, you can't just say that. But yeah, the shampoo bottle. I feel like you could get, like, if it's a big enough shampoo bottle, you could get both hands around that.
Oh my. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
All right. I mean, I like my idea of squeezing the bottle and the lightsaber comes out.
It comes out slowly. It's like Vader's saber at the end of Rogue One.
Yes!
Mhm.
Maybe he did that on purpose to enhance the fear factor.
Oh,
He
100%.
definitely did.
You think that
Just
Anakin,
slowly roll
drama
back.
queen Skywalker, wouldn't do that?
Yeah.
The Skywalkers are made of drama.
Yeah, they're-
That's how they
You see,
survive.
they're not actually Force. They're not created by the Force. No, they're created by drama.
100%. That's actually so. But for everyone in chat, before we started streaming, I was talking about I just got a book delivered to my house called The Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire, which is like an in-universe like military history book.
Reveal the news.
Yeah. Really good from what I've read so far. I've not gotten far into it because, like I said, I did just get it delivered today. But they do bring that up, that yeah, the Skywalkers and their family drama did shape the course of history.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, are you gonna bring up the fact that you're canon to Star Wars now?
I am canon to Star Wars. Well, I mean, Galaxy's Edge has been canon to Star Wars since it opened, but they reference Galaxy's Edge in the first page of this book, which is just really neat for someone who works there to see. Anyway,
As a mild historian, I must feel as though I have to add the fact that lots of family dramas have shaped the course of history.
Oh,
In fact,
100%.
most family drama is what shapes the course of history.
100%. Just look at the
Correct.
Not
Habsburgs.
unusual.
Yeah, the Habsburgs.
Talk about family
Nah.
drama.
In the
Not-
family
Just look at
drama,
the
lots
freaking-
of in the
look at
family
the
drama.
Ha-
Look at the
Habsburg
freaking
family-
Pinkertons, dude.
Oh, not the Pinkertons.
Habsburg family tree, more like Habsburg family circle.
Yes.
Oh my
The
god.
the
It's the
infinite
Habsburg
loop.
family recycling sign.
They stayed in the shallow end of the family gene pool.
That's
um,
where all the kids play.
So, I think this should go. I think it would be because if we're going on a thing, it would be really slow. I think it should go in C tier because it's a very slow, weirdly thing.
yeah.
And plus, you have
I
to
was
have
thinking-
both hands on this thing because, like, I don't know about y'all,
Yeah.
but I
Those
can't have my hand,
are pretty big.
my whole hand on a lightsaber on a freaking shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
Not those shampoo bottles. That looks like the moose one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, just in chat, do not validate Oedipus.
Holy shit.
To be fair, he didn't know, and that was part of
He
the
did
curse.
not know.
He did not know.
He did not know. I'm not saying what he did was good.
That does not mean what he did was good.
However, he did not know.
Okay,
I
all
don't
I'm
know.
thinking about now is the infinite incest coefficient for Fire Emblem.
I
Don't-
oh, cool.
You don't want to know.
Moving right along.
The
Footloose and
next one
fancy
looks like
free.
a toothbrush.
Honestly,
yeah, we're gonna put that in C
pairing
tier.
that has an
What do,
infinite
what, do-
quotient.
what do y'all
Or-
think? What do y'all think? C tier?
Well, it depends on
See?
once again
Oh,
where
yeah.
the blade comes out. Because if you're holding
Oh,
that
wait.
like a toothbrush and the blade comes out like a lightsaber, then that'd be fine. Whatever, it's just like a light knife, I guess. But if the laser is the bristles of the brush,
It is definitely the bristles. What else could it possibly? It's definitely the
Then,
bristles.
then
has to
it
be.
is just a lightsaber sickle.
Yeah, it's the light
the
cycle.
tiniest lightsaber sickle.
It's to cut the Achilles tendon of your enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Oh,
That's guaranteed to kill you.
That's true.
Oh, it's not gonna kill you. It's like a little weapon.
I had
This is
You
what
just dip.
let-
You just
this is-
dip down and
this-
nick their feet.
The lightsaber toothbrush is like the Mandalorian sneakerhead's dream.
Yeah. Sabine
They
Wren and
they
her
they're
sneakerhead face.
reselling their Beskar 11s on Etsy.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. You fool, those are fake Beskars.
But like,
I kind of love the
So you
idea
say-
though of tiny light sickle.
so okay. The question I want to know is like, because we can turn these things on low power, would that is it still safe to put in your mouth?
Oh, imagine getting
Theoretically?
rid of the plaque in your mouth with a lightsaber.
I basically at that point you're irradiating
Eliminate
the plaque
it.
in your mouth. Yeah.
This is
with-
gonna
with
revolutionize the dental industry.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
the lightsabers are radioactive?
No, they're not radioactive. But like
They're
the-
magical.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's some kind of plasma is the in-universe
Yeah,
explanation for what it
It's
is.
technically.
So how
The
much
super-
plasma can you physically withstand? Is the question I'm trying
I
to
mean,
ask.
how much of a lightning bolt can you physically withstand?
Yeah,
Is the question.
that's
Is
that's
the
really
question.
what
Low
lightsabers
power
are
one,
are
you know?
basically handheld lightning beams.
Yeah, they're magnetically contained lightning bolts, effectively.
Oh goodness.
Just
I don't know.
corroded mouth of a
I think this
person
is better
using a
than the shampoo bottle at least.
It'd be better. I'd put it in minimum B.
Yeah, I was gonna
feel
say,
like it's
I'd
A
say
just because it's funny.
well, yeah, you make an excellent point. A
This is
tier,
terrifying.
A tier, just for how funny it is.
Yeah.
All right, so next up
Oh
is
my
a
god.
bottle of Dasani.
water bottle.
Now,
Now you thought a lightsaber was dry.
now, A, who wants a wet lightsaber? And B, I'm contractually obligated to inform everyone that Dasani is canon to Star Wars.
What?
It is. I
sorry?
forgot about that. Along with Coke and Sprite, right?
Along with Coke, Diet Coke, and Sprite. So,
Goddamn
finally.
corporations.
because they serve those beverages at Galaxy's Edge, and because they have special, unique packaging for them that are supposed to be in-universe packaging, technically those 4 beverages, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, and Dasani, are all
Man,
canon to Star
I
Wars.
can't believe capitalism made it to the outer rim.
Capitalism finally made it to space. Tim Curry could not escape.
Is Dasani really a household item? Why did Dasani slip? Because it's Florida and California, both of
it's-
which are
it's
really
a-
hot and you need
it's a-
water. And so that's
Also,
So it's
Dasani
a
is
water-
a
water
Coca-Cola
brand.
product.
Yeah.
It's just water because people have water bottles in their house typically. That's the thing. That's
Yeah, we
I don't know.
I have water bottles in mine.
But
Yeah,
yes. So water bottle as a lightsaber.
I think it's B
I mean,
because it's the same issues as C.
Yeah,
but
but it's
slightly
slightly
better.
more handheld. Yeah.
Would be
it's
my thing.
easier to hold for sure.
At least send a higher tier bottle to space.
No.
No, this
At least get smart water in there.
this was a post I saw recently where people were discussing the implications of Coke being canon to Star Wars, which was
Yeah.
that implies that space cocaine exists, and I'm just like,
That would
that's
imply
spice.
that would imply cocaine is real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
no, that would-
spice. Spice
I mean,
exists in Star Wars. Like,
Let's be real. Of course, cocaine exists.
yeah, space drugs. Aliens get the worst of what we have to offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what's
That's
even
pretty
even
true already.
funnier is because it's canon. Of course, it's got a backstory because everything in Star Wars has a backstory. Coca-Cola was not invented by humans in Star Wars. It was invented by a lerman, the little lemur guys from the Clone Wars.
Aw,
Yeah, a
that
lerman,
makes sense actually.
a lerman by the name of Jack Ka. And so Jack Ka, he's the proprietor of the Cokes, various Coke stands that they've got at Galaxy's Edge. So, yeah, fun things, fun product
So,
placement.
I personally put it in B tier. I don't know.
B tier. It's
Because
definitely better
weird.
than the shampoo bottle, but not quite as funny as the toothbrush.
Yeah. And I have an idea for you gotta let me cook for the next one.
Yeah.
So, am I good to start cooking?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
All right. So, okay, remotes, right?
Mhm.
Remotes are basically already lightsabers. They send out, you press a button and it sends a signal
Mhm.
out. But here's the thing. Think about how far that kind of signal travels to your TV.
How long is that lightsaber?
So I posit this lightsaber is like as long as the distance you can step away from a TV
Bye, Snivy.
and
Have a good night.
and still turn it on. So I don't know how far away that is.
I think it depends on the
but it's
remote.
definitely like a couple yards at the very least.
Yeah. I actually happen to have a remote of a very similar model to the one that's in the picture right in front of me.
I literally have the remote that's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a Roku TV remote. And I just dropped
I
it.
have one too. Well,
I'm very good at holding things. But point is, it is not that big. It's very, very small, all things considered. But it's also got a lot of buttons on it, right? A lot of buttons
I
that do different functions. You could effectively have like 30 different lightsabers in this thing.
yeah, no. If you turn up the volume, it shortens it or elongates it like that one thing from Star Wars Visions.
I was
thinking like
the
like
volume was
Caden
wide.
Saber and Rebels, yeah.
I also want to say, like, because it's so small, I want to say it's more of like a light rapier than a saber.
A
Well,
light rapier.
hold on. Is this like this is the remote, or is it just remotes in general? Because if anybody here has ever had a direct TV remote,
Oh
that
yeah, one of
thing's
the really
pretty
big
big.
clunky ones, yeah. That one straight up is a
Well,
lightsaber.
Yes.
I think
30 features
I don't
in
know.
one.
I don't know. I just think that, like, if we're talking about the Roku controller, it would be a rapier. 'Cause
If-
Yes,
if-
I would agree with that.
If we're going with this one, then this is definitely like a rapier. But if we're talking about one of the big clunky DirecTV ones, that one is
Yeah.
just a normal lightsaber, I think.
Yeah.
I think I agree with Cal. I think the Roku is just like a little dexterous stabby stab thing.
Yeah.
So S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
think that one
I
actually
mean, I think it's perfect.
that one makes a really good lightsaber.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this next bit of crap is probably garbage.
What are we
Yeah, I don't
what are we
really know
ranking
how
for this
any
one?
of this-
Are we ranking it
I
all
don't even know how this
together?
would work.
Like, as
Like, okay.
see, as guns, maybe.
Sorry,
Except
I'm
for the
just thinking-
squeegee.
Yeah, not the squeegee, obviously, but the spray bottles are just blasters.
I could
The spray
actually,
balls are just blasters.
I could see the squeegee
Just,
being
yeah, so 2 defeats,
effective.
right? I could see the squeegee being effective
Actually,
too.
no,
but, like,
no.
I
It
don't-
works like what the fuck is his name? The
Ezra?
one that has both the blaster and
Yeah. Ezra
wait,
Bridger.
yeah.
However,
Love that
we've
guy.
established that the liquids exist.
Did you say
in the
love that guy or fuck that guy?
Fuck
I
that
said
guy.
love that guy.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say fuck that guy. Thrawn, is that you?
No,
It's
low
a
key.
picture.
If there's liquid in the thing, you're gonna just end up creating mustard gas or something because it's getting fried by a lightsaber. You're gonna
Yeah,
get like
that's
like some kind of inhalation.
I love the idea that like every time you pull the trigger on it, it turns it on or off. So it's like you try to spray out
Like
and it just like
oh, my food's here. Hold on, guys.
oh, food's here. I was being good. I ate before I came here.
What is it? Let's read it.
I did too.
Oh,
Yeah, he's coming down. Give me a moment.
no, you're good. You're good.
Go get my food.
I hope everyone's enjoying the quiet piano music for this particular moment.
Do you also like how within the first like 6 items we line them all up?
Oh yeah. How about that? It's
All right. I have returned
welcome back.
with my cheesy bread.
I was definitely not admiring the book that I just bought.
Okay, so the only idea that I could have for the squeegee is that it goes the route of like the freaking No More Heroes sword.
Oh, I see, like a crossguard kind of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Like Kylo Ren's, or if you want to be.
Oh no! So the part that is the squeegee is going horizontal and like to on each end. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was thinking that, or it's a big flat blade.
Like
It's
Cloud
like
Sword.
Cloud Sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of love that actually.
And then you hold it like Dooku's
Yeah.
lightsaber, where it's
'Cause
kind
it's-
of like
'cause
a
it's
little
curved.
limp wristed.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's curved.
I loved the Light Buster. God, that's so cool.
that might bump up to A for me, honestly.
You know what? Actually, that's triple S. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
We eliminate, of course, the rest of the garbage in there is forgotten.
Well, yeah,
but
we're just talking the squeegee
Yeah.
here, but come on, the Light Buster is cool as hell. All right, I will not take any criticism on this. Next
now,
up,
this next one gotta be horrible, right?
that's an extension
no,
cord.
it's great.
That's
Think
Ernesto
about it.
Rose
It's a
Light Whip.
light whip.
No, listen.
It's a light
You
whip.
have to plug it in, Josiah. And you have a
You don't have
limited
to
range.
plug it
That's
in.
just a proto
Yeah,
saber.
you do.
Oh, that's also just a proto saber.
Yeah,
No,
well,
that's
that
that's
also
fair.
exists in Star Wars canon is proto sabers, which were like the precursor to the lightsaber, where they had to wear this big battery pack that the lightsaber was connected to, so it had power.
I was thinking that you held the inputs, and then the output has 3 little lightsaber endings that stick out of it, and then it's just a light whip with a flail on the end of it.
Oh my god. Well,
That's
I,
how
I
I-
think I think
Barbaric.
that's more just a whip with a light flail at the end.
Either way, well, the cord itself perhaps isn't
Yeah.
light. You flick on the switch, and then it emanates from the plug.
See, the thing is, I feel like the way that the power strip is designed, it would be so easy to lose your grip and accidentally unplug it.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I don't think it's that good.
I'd be willing to compromise for A. I think this thing's perfect. Out of everything up here, I think this thing is quite good.
I think with the
I
right
would
amount
put
of
it
training,
melee,
you could get a handle on it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be impossible, but like it would be very easy to mess up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is the light whip, you know,
Yeah.
and that still exists and is used by multiple people.
All right, low 8.
All right, we'll put it in A tier. How about that?
All right.
Next up,
Any objections?
The strong. The strong.
next up is a doorstop.
The door stopper.
Whoa.
I feel like it wouldn't really. Okay, technically, it would stop a door. It fits the purpose, but the entire purpose of a door stopper is so that it doesn't harm the wall, but it also will harm the door.
It'll harm the door. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But see, the thing about it is you
Right.
got to make sure that when you hit it with another lightsaber that it still makes the sound, you know?
Also, the only way you can effectively use this in combat is you would have to get someone to chase you and hope that they trip on it. That's the only way you can win in that scenario.
Like this object as a lightsaber, I think would be so impractical it's not even worth it, but also so funny. Like imagine someone tripping on one of these. Well, there goes my foot. Guess I'm gonna have to go get a new one.
This is like a House of Mimics type nonsense.
I mean, that's basically what this tier list is oops all lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna say this one would be a
You know-
bad lightsaber, so I do want to put it in Poodoo Feces, but
Yeah, definitely.
I
also
feel like it
But
could
the
either
next,
be like
the next one
like a
has
little
to be even
little-
worse, right?
deck. Oh yeah, this one's here. I don't even know how you would use. But I had a funny thought that like, what if you were holding it and then you flicked the door sprung and it made like a light curtain because it was going so quickly.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Like when you're waving a lightsaber and it
Yeah.
kind of looks like it's doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, a 5-inch wide light curtain that will help you a lot.
Hey, listen. Lock can be done with 5 inches is all I'm saying.
This is true.
Bro, what?
True.
I mean, it doesn't take but 3 to stab somebody in the kidney or the liver.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, you know what? Okay, let me cook for this. For the
coat
I'm
hanger?
trying to think about it right now. So coat hangers spin, right?
Yeah. And spinning is a good
You
trick.
can use it as a weird sort of a light buckler.
Huh.
Eh?
Well, it depends on how you're holding it,
And-
because if you're holding it from the hook,
You gotta
then
hold it from the hook, and then you'll use the force to spin it, and then it turns into like a little weird light buckler. I don't know.
I can kind of see where you're
Other
coming
than
from
that-
with this.
Other than that, you can just throw it like a boomerang.
That would be really easy with the force to bring it back to you, yeah.
hmm
I don't know.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I actually really like this idea. I really like this idea.
It
lightsaber.
also again depends on where we're putting the blade on this thing. Like, is the rack like at the bottom there, like the horizontal beam?
The entire. Okay, so like the arms and the rack are the lightsaber, and they spin.
Okay.
Is what I'm imagining.
So basically everything but the hook.
hmm
Okay.
Can I be honest with you? I really like this idea though, because I'm so weak to bucklers. I think bucklers are so cool.
Fair enough. Also, Infinite says, "Darn it, Cal! I was just about to make the light boomerang joke."
Well, you know, hey.
If we're going with that, I feel like it could be effective. You just have to be really careful with it, with how you hold it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you have to be really careful how you hold any lightsaber.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's that, but a lot of lightsabers have like a hilt that you can hold on to fairly easily. This one
Yeah,
has
but-
a
Yeah,
hook.
you gotta make sure.
How many-
You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure
Many
it is opening in your
idiots.
pocket.
How many idiots after the rise of the Empire picked up a lightsaber and turned it on while it was pointed the wrong way?
Oh God, so many. I make that joke all the time at work. Genuinely.
Morgan showed us a video.
Yeah.
How that
Yeah,
would
the-
work too.
Sorry, master. I couldn't help but turn off my lightsaber. But yeah, no. I make that joke all the time at work because you know I do the lightsaber shop now, and one of the things that we have to do is we have to look into the lightsaber to make sure that one of the lights is on. So every time I do that, I joke with the person in front of me. I'm like, "Don't do this," and then I look down the barrel of the lightsaber.
How does the New Republic not know about the lightsaber shop?
Well, the New Republic is kind of in shambles by the time of
I'm
Galaxy's
just
Edge.
saying, if I was a senator in the New Republic, and I find out that like, oh yeah, you got this entire shop making like giving weapons to young children, I'm like, maybe we should handle that.
Batu is
It's
also
Star Wars.
Batu is also far enough out on the Outer Rim that nobody really cares about it. I don't think it's technically part of the New Republic, or really any big governing body. And the Gatherers, who are the secret organization that run that shop, are pretty secretive for the most part.
Also, where are they sourcing their kyber crystals from?
Not Ilum, not anymore. That's for sure.
Is
It's
It's
there
the
some
fall of
kind
the
like,
Empire.
space
There's
Africa
travel
that I don't
crystals
know about?
everywhere.
Well, so here's the thing: is one of the planets that they got kyber crystals from was Ilum, which great. That's the planet that they go to in Clone Wars and Fallen Order for kyber crystals, right? The problem with that is that the First Order decided that they were going to build the Death Star 3 out of the planet Ilum, and called it Starkiller Base, and then the Resistance blew it up. So Ilum exploded.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
First time I watched the movie, I didn't realize that was Ilum, the kyber crystal planet.
Yeah, that's Ilum. Well, it's not outright stated, but it's heavily implied. And then I think like the people at Lucasfilm were like, yeah, that was Ilum.
Cringe.
So I'm gonna put this thing. You know what? I'm gonna put this thing in A tier. The coat hanger.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
talking about a bunch of other stuff.
I think if we can put the extension cord in A tier, we can put the coat hanger in A tier.
Yeah.
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 No, that's fair.
Now,
Light boomerang. Damn it. You're
Now,
right.
this one is gonna be so
Shower head.
unwieldy.
Shower
Yeah.
head. It's
There's
just
no
another
way.
light whip, but with like a heavier head on
It
it.
has a very long cord.
It's a
understand
flail.
This, right?
It's a
It's a
flail.
light
No,
flail. It's a light flail.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. It's not a flail. It's a kusarigama.
Kusarigama? Yeah, it would be a
Yeah,
Kusarigama.
it's a kusarigama because it's curved.
Oh, you're right.
It's like Dooku's hilt, whereas that weird.
It's got the curve in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It still sucks, but
I'd say that's B tier. I like to imagine though
Yeah.
it's kind of like the bottles here where the lightsaber blade comes out the same way that the water would, you know?
yeah.
I'll put that in B tier. That's fine. Better-
Definitely
better
do
than a
not
shampoo
shower
ball.
with it though.
All right, so next up we got silverware.
Oh
You
boy.
know? I mean, okay. So you can cook your food and then eat it in the same breath.
That's true. That was a gag in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Or at least the movie version.
Imagine you have leftover soup, and then you turn on your lightsaber spoon, turn it on so it's still hot.
Oh
and
my
so
god,
cook
the old
soup.
lightsaber spoons that they had it with that you would get
Yes!
as a kid. Oh man, when
Yeah.
the prequels were coming out. Oh man. Those things did not last very long. They were
Of
not.
course
They were
Of
not.
course not. Yeah.
They were not made very well. But oh my god, the little plastic ones that you would get that light up and everything. Oh, great. That's
And
just
at,
that
and at
for
the very
real.
least,
I'm pretty sure.
and at the very least, the lightsaber spoon will be very good in space Starship Redemption.
You're so right. That's what they were missing in the Prison Break on Narkina 5 and Andor.
I'm surprised there aren't any chopsticks. For that logic.
What's up?
Because there actually are light chopsticks, like lightsaber chopsticks that are actually pretty high quality from what I remember.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The problem then would be eating things with them, because then you would be putting a lightsaber in your mouth. But I guess if they're in training mode, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Like we said with the toothbrush.
Yeah.
It's just
Imagine,
a funny
always,
idea.
You always have a hot thing going in your mouth.
Yeah.
Damn.
And who doesn't love hot things in their mouths?
Damn.
Yeah. And also, these are basically like.
There it is.
And basically, these are basically throwing knives, but lightsabers. So they're pretty good. I think these should go in Triple S Goku, Triple S Babu Frick, actually.
You know what? I agree with that.
Yeah. Whatever happened to those Star
Yeah.
Wars light up spoons?
I got NFL. Who NFL'd me?
Someone's doing there's a change.org petition that says bring back the Star Wars lightsaber spoon.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And the reason is, well, why this petition matters, because everyone loves Star Wars and it's very fun to eat cereal with.
A lightsaber.
That's the official description.
Yeah, honest to God, I don't know why they don't have that at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. That'd be really funny as like a little set of lightsaber utensils.
Yeah.
Lamp oil, rope,
Oh,
bombs.
Batteries?
You want it?
God,
It's
now I'm getting
yours,
more
my
shoe.
friend, as
Rav.
long as you have enough rubies.
I got more shoed. Lamp oil.
Rope.
I feel
and
like
rope.
these would be like little tools that you would use to break into places. Because you had to hold it. It'd be like those lipstick lasers you see in Spy TV and whatnot.
Yeah. Light
Maybe
lockpicks,
they're on-
basically.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. You
But-
you turn them on and you break the lockpick and then you're in.
But would they make good batteries, though?
I think they'd be kyber crystals, so that's pretty good
That's
battery to me.
cringe. Why do they have? That's stupid.
So we got
Yeah, that's
triple A lightsabers. Do you think triple A lightsabers would
thing-
have like thinner blades than double A lightsabers?
They have to, right?
Absolutely.
God, can you
I don't
imagine
think
like
so, yeah.
sea lightsabers?
Oh God, those would be massive. Or no,
Yeah.
the cell batteries. You mean? Sorry, I was thinking of D batteries for whatever reason. But yeah, whatever happened to single A batteries?
Were those a thing?
They got married.
They still exist.
That's why the double A's
That's-
or triple A's. They're polyamorous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like these would be pretty terrible as lightsabers, just because like of how small they are.
Yeah, you couldn't really effectively throw them as like darts or like.
Oh, light darts. They could be light darts.
Kinda, but like you have to hold it with 2 fingers to do it.
Yeah, they're not great. I'd say they're on the. I'd say they're C tier.
Yeah.
Because you do have the option of the light dart thing, but you know,
Better than the shampoo bottle though.
yeah. So what tier list is this lightsaber? So yeah, we're ranking household objects based on how good they would be as lightsabers, which I know is very silly, but Single A does still exist. It's just in the most obnoxiously niche things. They power cheap bike flashlights. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so next up, we got a can opener.
So
Good lord.
okay, this sucks. There's no if ands or buts about it. This just sucks because like the only thing I could see being the actual blade is the part that punctures the can.
Yeah,
and
it's the
that's not-
blade of the can
Yeah.
opener. Yeah,
I could see this being a torture device.
it could be a torture device.
Maybe.
It's like a
Maybe.
an even more inhumane torture device than the mind flayer. Yeah.
That sucks,
But I
otherwise.
imagine this would be a perfectly good household device though, is just to have like a little laser can opener.
Oh,
maybe
yeah, no.
maybe
For
practicing
household
for-
purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Um,
household purposes, yeah, absolutely. But for like combat purposes, you know.
Now canned food. I just imagine
Oh.
like little like
Oh,
spaghetti.
I hadn't
spaghetti-
put the thing in
Oh.
yet.
Sorry about that. Go on.
I'm thinking still honestly C tier just because they do have that practical application.
Really? I mean, okay, I guess.
But
How else you gonna open those big old drums? No longer confined to small cans, but big drums.
they're really good for getting restraining bolts off of your droids, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. So, next up, a can of SpaghettiOs.
I
Why
just
is this
imagine,
a
like,
household
SpaghettiOs,
item?
Because like everyone has canned food in their house.
yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
basic. It's like a,
Why is specifically SpaghettiOs?
I don't know. Maybe they just grabbed the first can that they thought of. I don't know. But like I imagine like SpaghettiOs shaped lightsabers, but like they actually are lightsabers.
It's
The noodles are lightsabers.
the noodles are the lightsabers. Yeah, you just
So the idea
you open
the
it with
idea-
the light can opener, yeah.
Yeah, and then you just throw it, and then you slosh the lightsabers onto your enemy. It's kind of funny, actually. I
How
like
the
that.
fuck did we get to this point?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Would the can opener and then the SpaghettiOs can go hand in hand though?
They definitely do. They have to, right?
Oh, 100%. It's like dual wielding. It's like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
God, it's the funniest image ever.
While you were
Jedi
mastering
Master
your
Boyardee.
while you were mastering your Jedi training, I was studying the can.
Oh my God.
Triple S tier, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Jedi Master Boyardee spelled Boydi.
Rav says it's like the Wii remote and nunchuck. Enigma says pain.
Yeah, no, this might go right above broomstick. It might for
Yeah,
me.
you know what?
Golly.
Oh, bunch of fucking idiots. Okay.
Okay.
Next up is a mop.
A mop? I mean, okay. So
Rav says
basically,
you
this
could
is just
solo
like a...
Grievous with that.
Start can opening
General
his armor.
Kenobi, you are a bold one. Are those SpaghettiOs? And with that, the right
What-
side of my brain fell apart like a jigsaw puzzle.
What
Sorry, Enigma.
I forget. What was the video, the very famous video of that kid swinging
Star Wars
around?
kid? Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, what is he swinging around? Because I thought, is it a mop or
I
a
think
broom?
I think it is a mop or a broom or something along those
It's like,
lines.
it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a broom handle unscrewed, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I found it. What is this? Just us right now? I put it in
Basically.
the chat. Also, I put in a meme.
Basically. Well, there was a bit in an episode of 10 Minute Power Hour. It was the one where they went to medieval times,
Yeah,
And
I'm a Star Wars kid.
I'm a Star Wars kid. Well, what I love about that is that, like, right before that, he's like, all right, we gotta be serious. I gotta impress the queen. Look, I'm a Star Wars kid.
So with this mop,
Mhm.
I have to imagine it's just like a mini. It's like a pole arm version of the light whip.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the mop handle would have to be something that's lightsaber resistant, because the second it touches the handle, it'll slice itself off and depower.
Yeah. Yeah, the broom would be, I think, more effective as a lightsaber,
Because it's still.
but again, light whips do exist, so that is a
I know.
thing.
I'm saying like if it's gonna be like a mini light whip pole arm type thing,
Yeah.
the handle has to be lightsaber resistant.
Yeah,
so,
made of Beskar or something like
to
that.
be
Yeah.
effective. Otherwise, it's perfectly effective. I think it should go S tier because I don't know. It may or may not be effective based off the handle.
Yeah,
Stipulation. I
not
don't know.
quite as effective as the broom, but pretty close.
What do y'all think?
Aren't broom and like mop handles kind of the same, made of the same stuff?
Yeah.
They are,
Yeah.
but like I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like the lightsaber handle for the mop specifically has to be like a resistant material. Otherwise, because of mops dangly.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Also, Rav says
That's
a
why I
mop
asked you.
is to a broom what a flail is to a mace.
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You're so right.
And
I mean, yeah.
Rav also says overall it might be less accurate, but overall not significantly less effective. Because you do
Yeah.
have that extra
Yeah, I get that.
motion with it. Yeah.
It basically is a flail. Yeah. Yeah.
Budget broom.
Budget broom.
Budget broom. Next up
Water type
is
broom.
next up is a makeup brush.
It's a round lightsaber. I don't know.
the way that I know what brand that makeup brush is just by looking at it.
It's a light shank.
I will say, if this means anything to y'all,
Yeah.
based on the brand of that brush, it's the brand Real Techniques. That shit lasts forever. I wouldn't be surprised if the handle of this makeup brush was made of Beskar, because that shit, these last like years.
We're not sponsored,
Fair
by the
enough.
way. Enigma says
We are
is the
not
makeup
sponsored
itself
by
the
Real
saber or is the brush the saber? I think the brush is
The
the
makeup
saber.
is the lightsaber. I like that actually.
God, could you imagine? It's again like with the, it's you click open
Yeah.
your thing of lipstick and it turns on and it's a fucking lightsaber.
You do that little like social media thing with the glitter and you tap it on your finger and sprinkle lightsaber dust on your enemy.
You gotta have a
No,
Beskar gauntlet to be able to pull that off. Yeah.
Can you imagine like being like a super like girly pop Jedi, and it's like, hey guys, just doing a lightsaber haul. I got a brand new hilt. Let's take a look at it in
pull
an
out-
unboxing video.
Unironically,
the lightsaber razor flip phone.
Unironically, I can think of a couple of characters that would fit that genuinely.
Ahsoka.
No, not Ahsoka. Jackie Lon, 100% from the Acolyte.
Oh yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could also kind of see Ayla Secura do it.
Yeah.
Oh
man. But like, where do we want to put this though?
I kind of want to put this up in A tier because like I feel like
Yeah.
Rav said it best. Light shank.
Yeah. Light stabber.
All right, but before we move on, Rav also says Jedi pocket sand.
That's literally. Yes.
It'd work on Anakin.
It would.
That's why he doesn't like sand.
Can you imagine someone doing just regular pocket sand at Anakin, but it doesn't even hit him, but he hisses like a cat?
Well, what I think is really funny is like, you know, they split up the twins so that they were going to be harder to find, you know, for Anakin,
Yeah.
just in case anything happens and he found out that, you know, they didn't die in childbirth. But I love that, like, Leia got to be, you know, basically the princess of Alderaan. She's, you
Yeah.
know, royalty. And then Luke is in the one place that Anakin would never dare to look.
Yeah.
Because he's just surrounded by sand.
Yeah.
I always like those little Star Wars AUs where it was like, what if Luke became like the Prince of Alderaan and Leia was the one on Tatooine?
Yeah. Oh God. With as sassy as Leia is, try to imagine her having any kind of conversation with Owen or Beru.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's terrifying to think about.
I'm going to Tashi Station and you can't stop me.
You can't stop me. Meanwhile, Luke politely asking permission to leave the castle grounds in
Yes!
Aldera, yeah. As opposed to just running away like Leia did. Okay, so next up is a fucking lamp.
The light lamp.
Mm,
It would be
Nah.
an effective
Mm.
lamp, I think.
It would be an effective lamp.
it's kind of too unwieldy in my mind. It's got a huge bottom bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hmm. Well, obviously, the light bulb is the blade.
Yeah, the light
Yes.
bulb is the blade, but Rav brings up a good question. Would the lampshade also be part of the light?
No.
Or would that just be a shield on it?
I feel like that would be like
It'd
a
be like-
shield.
It'd be like
That could work.
like a fencing guard, the little like thing.
Helps
Do you know what I'm
protect.
talking about?
Oh, I know
the hilt?
exactly.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the guard.
Mm-hmm. Give him the bonk. Yeah, you hit him. You hit him over the head with the back part of it first, and then you threaten them with the actual blade of the lightsaber.
Yeah. Still though, I don't know if it. I mean, technically, it's a pole arm,
Yeah.
but like, is it a good pole arm?
I also imagine it depends on what species you are too. Like if it's a human trying to lift this thing up, that may prove a little bit difficult. But like a Lasat, they got that shit on lockdown. And there were Lasat
guess.
Jedi. We do know that. Cal Kestis' master was a Lasat. So.
Yeah, voiced by Travis Billingham.
Yep. He's the same species as Zeb Aurelios, who is gay, and I love him. They never confirmed that, but like the voice actors for Zeb and Callus were like, oh yeah, those two, they're hella gay for each other. It's a niche
Right.
polearm. Could maybe be more for formal spars.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I can see it.
I think this should go in high A tier because like it would be effective
Okay.
as a weapon if
Yeah.
you could use it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Next up is the
Now, this-
solo cup.
this-
Yeah, garbage.
There's no way.
For the
How?
fact that it's a solo cup. Get it out of here.
A Han Solo cup, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
worked out very well.
It's not
Worked out
very
very
force
well.
sensitive. That's not how the Force works.
Exactly. That's not how the lightsaber works.
Unless the red part turns into a blade and you put your hand in the cup and
Oh
it's
my
like
god,
rest no
light
with-
gauntlets, yeah.
I don't know. That's awful, but like that's the only way I could see it working.
I think these should just be beer pong with those would go crazy. Yeah, we'll just
Yeah,
head
no,
on
these
down
are
to the
awful.
cantina. We'll oh goodness. But no, I think these would be awful. I want to put these in poodoo feces.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right. someone called Percy Jackson because now we got to rank how this pen would be as a sword. Um,
God damn it.
I think it would be the same as like. I think it'd be A, because it's a pen, so it
Yeah,
still is fairly
it's like
standard.
it's the same with like the frickin' the remote, I think. Just like even thinner.
the same height, but like way thinner. Yeah, this is a light rapier, if anything.
I honestly I would posit the beam is a little weaker because it's just so small.
Yeah, because you only have so much space to fit all that technology into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I you know what? I would
I
put
mean,
that in A tier. I'd say that
Yeah.
goes on roughly the same level as like the toothbrush.
Yeah.
All right, next up is a toilet brush.
This would suck because
5
you need
ads.
you yeah, no, it's awful. You need to like you need water to clean your toilet, and like lightsabers canonically like evaporate water when they touch it.
Then you just click it off.
Yeah.
But it's also destroying your toilet as well. And don't tell
Beskar
me
toilet.
Beskar toilet, because stop it!
Beskar toilet.
Don't
Beskar
say
toilet.
Toilet.
You just have to have an entire. With all of these things, you would have to have an entire house made out of Beskar or some other
Yes.
lightsaber-resistant material. Because other ones do exist. Beskar's the only one that I remember offhand, but
My toilet made of hut skin.
oh god, don't tell Jabba.
Yeah. Yeah, that would suck. Texture-wise, that would suck as well.
God, dewback leather toilet.
Oh god, imagine a toilet made of leather. What the heck?
Ew! Ah!
To get us off of that,
Oh,
Enigma says
God.
now, is every bristle its own unique saber? And I would argue yes, because
Yes.
that is so
Obviously
funny.
it is, obviously. Again, so okay, we actually found the light mace though. It's actually a really good mace though, because it's literally
Yeah.
mace shaped.
Yeah, no, this actually, you know what? Honestly, triple S.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But to clean your toilet, absolutely not.
Is that a fly swatter or a rake? Which one are you looking at, Rev? We're looking at the toilet brush right now. Yeah, it still goes under the SpaghettiOs, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Next up is a plunger.
You know,
Suck the face off your enemies. You put that's
Honestly-
how you kill people with this. You put it on somebody's face and then you turn it on.
God.
yeah, I don't hate this idea. I think it has its place. I think.
A light plunger. What the fuck?
A decent club. You're right, Rev.
It's a club. It's a club.
It is a club, yeah.
He's got a club. He's got a club.
You idiots! We all got clubs.
Not great for range, but you could get some power behind that. You could add a couple of
You
spin
could,
moves
yeah.
in there, because as we all know, spinning is a good
Mhm.
trick.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'd say this is A
I'm
tier.
good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. With that.
Yeah.
All right, next up are gardening tools.
You know, yeah, these are all effective handheld weapons, close combat handheld weapons.
Yeah.
But for gardening,
Yeah.
no. But like for like combat, 100%. Like these are just like weapons in general.
Pretty much.
You can throw them. You can attack it close. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
Most
see no
these-
problem with these.
Yeah.
Honestly,
pretty
Triple S Goku, they're good.
I can
They,
agree
they
with
kind
that.
of run with the same fork, spoons, and knives type. deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing with the next ones, really.
yeah, the
Yeah,
set of tools.
I also want to mention with like the wire cutters, you don't have to like if you would try to like rewire something, you do not have to like get a separate soldering thing because you can just put the blade up to the thing and resolder it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's active. It's especially effective. So that's what I think, at least. And you can use them as like lockpicking tools as well. Well, I guess you can use any lightsaber as a lockpicking tool, but these ones specifically, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. You could probably dual wield those. It'd be good for dirt/soil removal, but not great for planting things. Oh, the garden tools. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, with these ones, I don't think they'd be as effective as weapons as the gardening tools, but they'd still make pretty good like tools. You know. Again, all depends on where the blade part of the blade is, but.
Yeah. So where do we want to put it?
I'm thinking S tier for these ones.
Okay.
All right. So next up is a frying pan.
We're gonna make Rapunzel proud on this one. Honestly,
Rapunzel. Got us.
it's just another club. Just shorter.
It really is.
Triple S.
I like to imagine that.
But like with the added benefit of being able to block things better.
Yeah. You know what? That'll be right under the SpaghettiOs.
What do we all think?
In game.
I'm thinking Triple S. I also think the idea of a lightsaber frying pan is just really funny.
Yeah.
So, this next one.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically a flange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
So, it's just a short-range phalange.
Pretty much. Because of how short range it is, I don't think it'd be that effective as a weapon, per se.
No, but like, you know.
But you're right. It's a light flange.
I don't know where we would put it, but I just wanted to make the classification.
I'm thinking B tier.
Yeah, B.
B for flange.
B for flange. Alright, next up is a meat thermometer.
Stick it in your enemies and then tell them how warm it's gonna get.
Pretty sure that's what
Jesus Christ.
what Sidious did to Plagueis, yeah.
I can't, like, how would you even wield this thing?
Oh, I know how you wield it. Yeah, I mean, you hold the thermometer part of it, and you jab it at people.
I just like the
But
idea that like the
no,
thermometer is because the pointy bit is the blade, like the thermometer is constantly taking readings from itself, and so is always like it's really fucking hot.
The temperature has decreased. I must have inserted it.
I think, like, I can't imagine, because, like, holding it, like, coin style, there's no way you'd be able to effectively wield that. There's no way. You'd fall out of your hands.
Well, you'd put it in your palm, and then you'd put your fingers over the top of it. So you just palm
You
strike.
have to, if you did that, your fingers would be touching the blade.
No, the blade is very skinny. Like the needle.
I feel like you definitely would eventually touch the blade. Just like the eventual. You'd have to be like a god to not touch your fingers to that thing. I don't think it's very effective. I don't think it's that good.
You're probably right. I'm probably giving it too much credit.
Like, I can see how it could be, but if you really wanted to use this thing, you'd have to be a god at like not moving your fingers in the heat of combat, which is like impossible, I think. That's just me though. And most have any thoughts? Because like,
I Raph says that's a stabby one. It'd be similar to a push dagger.
Yeah.
I suppose if you were to use it like the Assassin's Creed hidden blade kind of thing, it might work.
I guess.
Oh.
But also then you run the risk of, slicing off part of your wrist every time you do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think this one would work very well. That being said, still better than a solo cup. I want to put it in C tier.
Solo
Yeah.
cup.
I would accept that.
All right, we have an umbrella.
Well, I mean,
I'd say
this
I'd say
already
triple S.
exists. This already exists. So
I mean, yeah, it does. Not in canon, but it does sort of exist in Star Wars Visions, which is part of Star Wars Legends. So,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. You know what? That's going right under the frying pan, I think. In triple
Honestly, yeah.
S. Also, I can't ever think about like light umbrellas or like laser umbrellas anymore without thinking about the time we got Morgan to finally sit down and watch Tron Legacy, and them getting so mad at the light umbrella in that movie.
Is it time to DM Morgan a picture of light umbrella again? Is it time?
just
might be time.
just
Hold on.
post it to the Eel Gang and just tag them in it. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm doing it.
Oh man. For those of you just joining us, Morgan, our dear friend Morgan, runs the Eel Gang server, Discord
Yes.
server, and is also the mind behind the Blue Drachma YouTube channel. So like Fate Apocryphed and all that kind of stuff that I'm in sometimes every now and
Yes.
then. So go check it out. But they were hosting a movie night in their server one night, and I suggested, oh, let's watch Tron Legacy. I really like the movie. I want more people to watch it. So we did. We sat down and we watched it, and we got to a part where they have like a laser umbrella. They're holding like a light umbrella, and Morgan straight up paused the movie and started ranting about how stupid the light umbrella was.
Yeah, I remember this. Oh no.
And it's become an inside joke with our friend group. Like, we mention the light umbrella any chance we get because it just pisses them off so bad, bad. And it's so hilarious.
I had the page for the light umbrella on the Tron Wiki bookmarked at one point, specifically so I could just send them the link every now and then.
I literally posted the image in general chat of the Eel Gang. Added Morgan.
Cannot wait to see
So
their
when he-
reaction.
So when he sees the when he sees the message, he's gonna get so mad. They're gonna
Oh.
get so freaking mad.
God damn it.
Oh Christ! I love that joke so much, dude. It's so good. God bless
All
you,
right.
Morgan.
All right, so next one is your medicine
A
bottle.
light candle.
No, that's a medicine
oh,
bottle. That's not a candle, my friend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Um,
medication.
I mean,
Remember to take your light pills.
that's just like, this is basically just like pocket sand times 2.
No, it's like those little firecrackers that you throw on the ground.
Rab is enabling it. No.
Rab is enabling in general chat.
What a neat piece of sci-fi tech.
What a neat piece of sci-fi tech.
Thank you, Rab, for playing along with us.
Crazy.
It's honestly a good thing that this is like a private
Dedication.
a private voice call that we're in.
Yeah,
Because
no,
if it
Morgan
wasn't,
can't come in
I know
here.
for a fact that Morgan would storm the castle right now, being like, "What the fuck is going on over there?"
Morgan's gonna come in the stream. Come the chat of the stream and start chewing us out. Oh Christ.
Oh man. No, I like the idea, Colleen, that each of the pills here are are like the little firecrackers.
You just throw them at the enemy,
Mhm.
and they're just like,
Yeah.
Are they expired?
like little cuts.
Yeah.
Are they expired? Can they expire? What happens if they do?
Expire? I have no idea. I don't know.
What I like to imagine that when they expire, they kind of fizzle out. Like again, like in the Acolyte when they hit the cortosis with the lightsaber and it like shorts out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine would happen if they're expired.
Fair enough.
These would be really bad as a lightsaber. I'm gonna put this in poodoo feces.
No, I
Yeah,
think they're
these would
funny.
suck, actually.
I think they're funny.
No, they're funny.
No, wait.
Don't get me wrong.
You use them. Okay, here's how you use them, though.
Yeah.
You put them into safety mode.
You
You
use
put
them
them
as
in
caltrops.
something. You fire it while turning off safety mode.
See, I think you would use them as caltrops.
Also possible.
Ah.
Oh no, you know what? Like the pill, like the outer casing of the pill is lightsaber resistant but breakable, right?
Mhm.
So when someone steps
Also-
on it, the energy on the inside is the lightsaber beam.
Yeah.
Also, you
And
can
so it
also
stabs them in the
also
foot.
we're also not putting into
Ah,
account
the rusty nail
the-
special.
the-
I say.
the force. You can use the force to make little lightsaber bullets.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could. Well, hey, and that's a thing that exists in Star Wars too. Like everyone knows, like laser blasters and everything, but like, actual like guns that shoot bullets do exist within Star Wars canon. They're called slug throwers.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the characters in Star Wars Hunters uses a slug thrower, which
And
is
it's
really funny.
crazy to me that slug throwers are like super effective against Jedi. It's really weird.
It depends on the canon.
Yeah, it
I
does.
It depends on the writer, really.
But yeah, you know what? I think that bumps it up to B tier actually. The Rusty Nail special.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like ganging up on Morgan. Like, yeah, this is cool.
Even the
Oh my
new
god,
person.
are they ripping them apart? Are they ripping them apart?
No. One of the new people in the server who is not even aware of the inside joke is playing along now.
I love this. That's amazing, and I love her.
Wait,
Sorry to reiterate once again. Posted a picture of the light umbrella from Tron into the Yo Gang chat. Rab said, "What a neat piece of sci-fi tech." Colleen said, "Yes." Blaze said, "Very useful and cool." I said, "It's a really neat design," and then the new person said, "That's cool, very cyberpunk."
Oh.
And Cal just said, "Yeah, it's pretty great."
I just witnessed something horrifying.
Yeah.
I flayed Kazu.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I really don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Cool.
Well,
We're gonna move right along then. We
Please
have one.
do.
We have one thing left in this tier list, and that is a vase, or a vase if you want to be, a pedant.
okay.
Now it's a water.
Let me cook, right?
lightsaber.
I'm
Let
letting
me
you
cook.
cook. I'm letting you cook, Cal. You have the skillet.
This is basically. I have the light pan. I have the light pan. This is basically a lightsaber frag grenade. You throw it with the force, it shatters, and the pieces would do
Oh.
damage.
Oh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, and then every time you it is reusable, right? So every time that you use
Yeah.
it, you gather all the pieces again with the force, and then put them back together the same way they put Kylo Ren's helmet
Has-
together in The Rise of Skywalker.
Anyone in chat, has anyone seen One Piece?
I have not.
Which one?
The One Piece?
You remember?
The One
you remember,
Piece is
you remember
real?
in like the Thriller Bark arc, there was that one zombie lady who threw plates constantly to attack.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm imagining.
Fair enough. It's pretty funny.
All right then.
That's what I imagine it to be.
I think this one
I
is
think
also
that would
B
be really
tier.
cool. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
B for vase.
B for vase. All right, so we have completed the first tier list of the night.
Yay!
Been 2 hours.
Yeah, it only took us
Has
2
it?
hours. No, it's been an hour and a
Oh my
half.
god. Okay.
Whoa,
Oh,
light
really?
vase be upon ye.
Yes.
Hold on. We gotta make that image. Hold on. I gotta make that image. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna.
Is
start
it
a-
bad that I'm
a
picturing
document.
that line with the shot of Riku from the opening to Kingdom Hearts where he's like holding out his hand?
Yes.
I can make both. I can do both. I can
Um,
do both.
so, to recap, this was a tier list where we
It was a tier list.
it was in fact a
You're
tier
right.
list
It
where,
was a tier list.
where we ranked household objects based on how good of a lightsaber they would make. At the bottom, in Poodoo Feces tier, we have solo cups, door stops, and bottles of hand soap.
Mhm.
In C tier, we have meat thermometers, bottles of shampoo,
God.
can openers, and AAA batteries. In B
Yeah.
tier, we have a vase, a bottle of pills, a whisk, a shower head, and a bottle of Dasani. Not sponsored.
Not. I don't want to be either.
I don't want to be sponsored by Dasani.
Same.
I will be sponsored by Coca-Cola, but not by Dasani.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, a girl's got to make money somehow, right?
I mean, they support genocide, so I'm just,
Oh, do they?
they do.
Oh, damn it.
Never
I'm a
mind.
company
But
that
you know who doesn't? You know who doesn't support genocide? Barks Root Beer, baby.
They're
It's
owned.
good.
They're
man,
owned by Coca-Cola.
1890's a long
Are
time
they?
ago.
Yes.
Wait, are they?
Yes.
Wait, are no?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know
You-
that. No,
Didn't know what.
That Barks is owned by
I didn't know
Coca-Cola.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
God damn it.
that's what I was trying to tell you. It's like, at some point, somewhere in the grand fiscal capitalist scheme, somebody supports genocide.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Unfortunate.
Moving right along. In A tier, we have a makeup
Vase
brush.
or even vase?
Or even vased. We have a coat hanger. We have an extension cord. We have a plunger. We have a pen. We have a toothbrush. We have a lamp. In S tier, we have a pair of tools, or a set of tools, screwdrivers, pliers, the like. We have a mop, and we have a television remote. And in triple S Babu Frick tier, we have gardening tools, a set of silverware, very specifically a squeegee. I know there's a bunch of other stuff in that image, but we did base this off of the squeegee specifically.
Yeah.
A broom, a toilet brush, an umbrella, a frying pan, and a can of SpaghettiOs.
Golly.
This one
Worse.
is going in save image, or yeah. Save image
Dude, we're
as.
so back.
Actually, I'll just hit download image. That's fine.
Wait.
We're so
Okay,
back.
perfect. All right. So, a solid list. That is you're absolutely right, Rav. That is a solid list. We have
Mhm.
one list down. We did prepare another.
Yeah. Okay, chat, don't panic.
Don't panic. I've already sort of done something to this list in particular. So we have a list of historical figures. Don't worry about that guy down there at the bottom.
Don't worry about that.
We've already
Worry
taken
about it.
we've already taken care of him. So I don't think we ever decided because we were like kind of hemming and hawing about like whether or not we base this particular list on actual historical importance or on facial hair. And I think the facial hair idea is funnier, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah.
Also, Mel, you didn't.
It would take too long to do historical.
You didn't
import.
do the housekeeping properly on this. You didn't do the features that you didn't do.
I didn't. It's fine. See, look. I took
Well,
care
well,
of the important
It's
housekeeping
gotta be
beforehand.
something. It's gotta be something like
Also,
bold or baby faced or
There we go.
lacking in manly, something along those lines.
Oh yeah, hang on, wait. Add a row below. I got this. We're gonna make
Oh,
that.
the cops are here.
Oh God, what did you do this time, Cal?
So,
Do you live
I
near a
actually-
fire heist?
I do.
Ah, I get it.
All right, there we go.
I'm a serial arsonist, so I kind of had to be.
Mr. Mustache is in need of no attention. You're absolutely right, and that's why we just went ahead and put him in his own place. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so shall we begin?
Yes.
All right. Now, I couldn't recognize all of these people offhand, even if I really tried. So I do,
I have no idea either.
I do have a list up, like one of those like inspect element things. So if you see this kind of thing pop up, don't worry about that. That's just me checking the name on who's who.
We also have our resident historian, Josiah here.
Yes.
I could try my best.
Now, of course, I think we all recognize this first guy on the list.
Yeah.
Mr. Abraham Lincoln himself.
Uh-huh.
And Rav is right. Abe has some great facial hair.
It's pretty good.
I can agree with that.
I think he belongs in his category.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he does.
Have you guys heard the story of that, by the way? Of
Yes.
why he grew a beard?
Yes.
It's because he has a really weak chin.
Yeah, it's basically when he was running for president, this little girl wrote a letter to him, and the contents of the letter were effectively, you know, like, hey, Mr. Lincoln, my parents really like you, but I think your face looks empty without a beard, and I think you should grow a beard because women love a man with a beard. And if you grow a beard, then all of the wives out there will tell their husbands to vote for you. Because this was at a time when women couldn't vote.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you do that, you know, the ladies are going to tell their husbands, hey, vote for this Lincoln guy. He's pretty hot. So that's basically why he grew a
And
beard.
it worked.
And it worked.
I have the perfect image for this.
Yeah.
Or it could be the fact that he was a fantastic orator.
Well, yeah, he
You know,
is
either
also.
or.
He's also.
Or it could have been he was a sexy stud of man. That's why
look
he
in
won.
chat. Look in chat, you guys.
Hey. Ew!
Get that out of here.
No!
I'm refusing to show chat what
That
you
is
just
like
said to
a
us.
fucking. Okay, that's Min Slider Chin from Elden Ring.
The fact that I know
That's
people
Min Chin Slider.
who look like that.
Have you guys ever seen anything by Meals by Kuj before?
No.
He's a guy on TikTok and YouTube. He's this New York Italian guy, where he just like goes around to different restaurants and he like talks about food and stuff. But he talks like a New York Italian. He really does. But there was one where he had that image up, and then it's just a profile of him, and he's got a very similar chin structure to that. And so he just turns to the camera and goes, "Win some, lose most."
you need to show that. Yes.
Oh.
You need to show us this.
I will try to find that here in a little bit, but I think we should move right along with this next one. And we have what appears to be Adam Smith.
Okay,
Well,
wait.
He has no beard, so.
Yeah.
He has no
I
beard.
I think I found it.
He's bald.
Bald.
I found
Should,
it. I think.
should we make another category where it was just bald?
Yeah, I
You
did.
did.
I did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see it.
Yeah, no, I
There
know.
you
Our tiers in order from top to bottom are triple S Lincoln tier, S, A, B, C, due to feces, bald, and then, the guy.
That guy.
But yeah, so, no drip, no swag. Also, Rav said Mr. Booth was jealous of Abe Lincoln's swag. Christ. All right, so
all right.
next up on the list we got Albert Einstein.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do we? Oh, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
he has a pretty good
That's
mustache.
that's a fantastic mustache.
That mustache
Everybody
is
knows his
iconic.
mustache.
it's
Yeah.
iconic. Yeah. I mean, genuinely. That's Triple S.
Yeah.
So next up after Albert Einstein, we got Alexander Graham Bell. That is what Alexander Graham Bell looked like.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the beard is great. It's good.
It's got a fantastic
I
beard.
gotta go.
Yeah.
I think.
Would you? Can I share with you my favorite
I'll be back.
little fun fact about Alexander Graham Bell?
Yeah, what's
Sure.
He probably did not invent the telephone. In fact, he almost
that?
definitely
Oh, he
didn't.
probably not.
Yeah.
He's white.
Um,
He didn't.
He's white. Yeah.
So, to my understanding, there was another guy. I cannot remember his name offhand. Elisha Gray. That was his name. Elisha Gray was working on the telephone at around the same time that Alexander Graham Bell was, and he put in a patent before Bell did. But Bell really wanted to find out what was on that patent, so he basically bribed the guy who worked at the patent office and said, "Hey, let me see that patent." And so he did, and then Graham Bell basically created a working prototype based off of that patent, and then everyone was like, "Ah, Alexander Graham Bell, you invented the telephone." Except it was actually Elisha Gray.
His tale is old as time.
Yeah. That being said, he's got a pretty good beard. I think that's S tier.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible person. Great beard. Though.
Oh yeah. Next up is, I think that's Alexander the Great.
I would guess so,
He's
but
bald.
he has no
He's
facial hair,
bald.
as
Yep.
most Greeks
Bald.
did not.
Yep.
Bald.
Bald.
Because they needed as much space between their bodies to hug other men.
That's true. That's true. And they won't teach you that in school because of woke.
That one really got you.
Yeah,
huh, Ollie?
woke
That
to
one
say
really
the
got you,
Greeks
huh?
were gay as all
Because of
hell.
a woke.
Like that's what gets me the most is like literal inscriptions and details of the Greeks saying that, yeah, the purest love that can exist is between a man and a man. Man and women is like below man and animal.
Yeah. It's
There've been entire wars that
Greeks
have
were
sparked
so
because
misogynistic
because
that they were
someone-
gay.
be-
Yes,
there-
exactly.
There
That-
was
that's
so
it.
there have been wars because some guy killed their twink boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In statues around the time he lived, he had bad facial hair. Later pieces show him a lot cleaner. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. He was out at war a lot.
Uh-huh.
I
I
You
believe
don't want
this
the enemy to
is-
grab your beard.
I can't remember his name, but I believe this is the guy from The Last King of Scotland, like that movie/documentary.
Amin Dada is what it's saying on my little list here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not.
Yep,
Okay.
I think I'm right.
Idi
Yeah.
Amin.
Idi Amin.
And I believe indeed this is the
Ah,
Ugandan dictator.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, dictator, bad, ew, get out of here. Also,
Literally Hitler.
um,
Literally Hitler.
literally Hitler.
Bald.
He actually is a literally Hitler. That's where
Yeah.
he belongs.
Well, we'll put him in literally Hitler tier. All right. So
Also bald. Also Hitler.
also
Bald Hitler.
also Hitler.
Worst category called bald Hitler.
This is my OC bald Hitler.
Yeah, bald Hitler. I'm not sure who this guy is.
I'm
I don't know who this guy is either.
I'm looking this up right now. André Marie Ampere. I'm probably horribly mispronouncing that. He's French.
Well, yeah, clearly.
Literally Hitler. Never mind.
Whoa, hey, no. Did you see what those guys did to the French? Um,
Andrea Paris.
he was a French physicist and mathematician who was one of the founders of the science of classical electromagnetism. He's also the inventor of the solenoid and the electrical telegraph.
Oh.
Interesting, but he is bald.
Well,
He's bald.
yeah, but
No.
he's got some sideburns though.
I mean,
I mean,
ooh, the
do we
eternal
count-
questions.
Do we?
Do
we count-
sideburns count as facial
I
hair?
think I think sideburns
The
should
sideburns
count.
have to be. They have to be cool sideburns, though.
That's the thing. I think they count, but sideburns, like beards and like mustaches, can vary wildly in quality.
I don't know. I just think sideburns are more part of your head hair than they are your face hair. I think that's what I think.
I don't know,
I
because
would agree with Cal.
sideburns are effectively just part of your beard that you haven't shaved.
You don't cut your
No.
sideburns off at the chin line. You cut it off at the hairline.
Yes. I think
So, I don't know.
sideburns with mustache or beard work as
All right.
facial hair, but sideburns
And-
as
and-
themselves do not count.
In that case, we will throw
and
him in
the-
bald tier.
The only way I think it could potentially count is if the sideburns are crazy and cool.
That's true.
Yeah, fair
Let's
enough.
see. Is there anybody here who's rocking those wild sideburns? I don't think so.
Nah.
If we get General
Hmm.
Burnside on here, yeah.
I'm not seeing them.
Yeah.
Next guy.
Actually, fun fact, just while we're talking about it, that's where the word sideburns comes from, is from General Burnside, who,
General Sideburns.
General Burnside, who was a general in the American Civil War. He had
Yeah.
sideburns and became pretty famous for his sideburns. And so, for a while, because he was famous for them, people called him Burnsides. But then the name got switched around, and so now we know them as sideburns.
Wow.
Yeah,
Da, 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 da.
fun little fact for you.
The more you know.
Now,
This guy's got a little mustache, I think. Or maybe he's. What's this
So
guy?
is he?
so next up is Antonio de Oliveira Salazar, who was the Prime Minister of Portugal from 1932 to 1968. And then he declared himself dictator.
Yeah, the dictator
Oh.
of Portugal during World War II.
So A, bald, and B, Hitler.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. See, now here's a distinction I feel as though I have to
Yeah.
make. Hitler's a special dictator.
Yeah.
Especially as one that existed in the 20th century. He comes along a long line of dictators or people that were singular rulers of power that did like horrific things. I won't say unspeakable because of course we're speaking of them.
Oh, and here's an interesting thing.
Now,
Salazar did have a dislike for the Nazis, so
that's why he
Oh,
never
Okay,
joined.
we can put him in bald.
We'll put him
He's
in
probably
bald.
not a good person, but we can put him in bald.
yeah. Also, Rav says my earbuds died, so I'll return shortly. See
Yeah,
you in a bit,
since-
Rav.
See you a bit right.
Yeah, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I was making a point that not all dictators are literally Hitler. However, most dictators are terrible due to the nature of the beast. I would, based on a couple historical facts that I know of, I would actually put him in literally Hitler. I was just making a point that not every, because there are a lot of technical dictators in this list. I mean, every king we're about to talk of is technically a dictator.
That's true.
Okay.
However, this guy was an avid supporter of the Portuguese colonial system, which did involve a lot of unpaid labor.
Hmm.
Sus.
Well, not sus, it's
Yeah, quite
slavery.
sus.
Yeah. We're still gonna put him in bald because,
Yeah.
at least he
Do
disliked
what you
the
will with that
Nazis.
information.
Yeah.
That's not a high bar, though.
Yeah. It's
It's
not
not
a high.
a high bar.
Have you seen the state of American politics recently? Anyway, moving right along. We've got Antonin. Oh God, I'm pronouncing Czech names. Antonin Dvorak. I guess that's
Um,
my best pronunciation of that.
He's got a pretty
he's-
good beard.
He's
It's
got
not
a
crazy,
rocket
but like
face.
Yeah. He's also
it's all right. I put it in B tier.
he's also a composer. So
His
he
younger
wrote
photos
music.
do him better. His younger photos do him more justice. I will
Okay.
share a couple.
Just off rip, I'm putting it in B tier. Is what I want to put.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
You gotta compose the whole.
Oh.
All right.
It's pretty.
He looks like
fun.
he's seen some shit.
Honestly,
It's
I
because
don't
he
like him.
feel-
I don't
feels
like
like
his young beard. I don't like his young beard. I think his older beard is way better. It's fuller.
Mhm.
I would say scraggly is a word. What is
Yeah,
this
he
guy?
was homeless.
I mean, he's clearly a Roman emperor of some kind.
Oh, that's Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Yeah. School
Yeah,
you
close
like
enough.
Aristotle,
Great.
smack you harder than you hit that bottle. All right.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
got
I
it
think
going.
the Greeks just
I would
had
accept
good beards in
A
general.
or S.
I can agree that
When
this
the-
is S.
When the Greeks had beards, they did it right. I think.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, the Greek identity. Now you're bald.
Yeah. This is Arthur. Hold on, wait. It's Arthur something.
Arthur.
Arthur Wellesley, first Duke of Wellington. All right. Bald.
Yeah, he's bald.
Arthur Rimbaud or Rimbaud or okay. This
Yeah.
guy also is bald, but I want to know who he is.
I mean, he fought Napoleon. That's his big claim to fame.
Oh, the Duke of Wellington. Yeah. That's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
This next guy is Arthur Rimbaud, who is a French poet.
Bald.
Bald.
But yeah, bald.
I think the next one is Genghis Khan.
That is Attila the Hun.
Attila the
That
Hun.
is a tilt. That is little. Yeah.
All right, no, he's better.
I mean,
Yes.
he's rocking the Fu Manchu, bro.
I'd
He's
put
got
it in A or triple S because he's classic. He's got that classic German. He's got that
Fu
classic German goatee.
Yeah.
Tonight be
Fu Manchu.
Flash.
Attila got some decent style, says Rav. You know what? I agree. I'd say that's A tier.
Supposedly
that.
died
A for Attila.
consummating his wedding to a much younger bride. That's what's supposed to happen. Although most believe that she just killed him.
Good for her.
Good.
Honestly,
Good for
yeah.
her.
Oh, next up
You
is
did what all of China. You did what all of China couldn't do for like 60 years.
hey guys.
What are you talking about?
Next
Wait,
up
hold
is
on.
Robespierre.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't let this go. Hold on. Do you think the Huns were Chinese?
that's not.
No, that's not what I
Okay.
mean. Like one
Listen,
girl.
they had to
did
get
what
down
in
to
the
business
entire
to
country-
defeat the Huns. Come on.
Yeah, but the
One-
Huns were
one-
Germanic.
Mhm.
I know. Listen, I'm trying to say that one girl who killed him did what China was trying to do for years.
Yeah.
Is what
I don't
what
know.
was trying to make.
I thought that you weren't being literal.
No.
That was the thing with the Mulan movie. It's like, why didn't you could have just said the Mongols? Why'd you come up with a people group that were thousands of miles from this?
I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway,
One problem with that movie.
next up we got Robespierre. A, bald. Also, B, Reign of Terror.
Also, his
Yeah.
head looks like an egg.
That man was an egg. I don't know. Not in the trans way. I mean, like, I mean, egg is in like an insult.
Yeah.
This guy
The
basically
Reign of Terror.
his whole thing, right, was I'm very big on the French Revolution. I find it fascinating. His whole thing was that he was part of the revolution. He took out the monarchy and all. I think he was present for the deaths of King Louis and Queen Marie Antoinette. But he basically became sort of a dictator in and of himself, where he like made all these rules, and if you didn't follow them, your head would get chopped off. You get sent to the guillotine. And so he kept doing that and kept doing that and kept doing that until someone, or until a couple of people finally got fed up with him and sent him to the guillotine. So, whole thing there.
God, the French are so iconic for their revolutions, dude. They're so
Mhm.
iconic.
Did you know that the last time that the guillotine was used for public execution happened the same year that Star Wars came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1977.
Mhm.
And it was in
The
France.
last public lynching in America was in 1924.
Yep.
The last public lynching was probably like last year. Let's be real here.
Well,
Well,
the last official public lynching.
the last official
okay.
one was on the footsteps of a courthouse in 1924.
Yeah, I can guarantee you.
The last one
but it's not
probably
public
was
anyway.
last week, yeah. But moving right along.
Benito Mussolini.
Otherwise known as the Duke.
I'm gonna put him in Hitler tier.
I was about to say he's
Yeah.
literally that's a literally Hitler.
Next
He's
up
literally
is
Hitler's mute on Twitter.
yeah.
Yep.
Next up is Julius Caesar. Bald.
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 Next up is
What?
Caligula.
Makes for killer salad,
Did-
though.
But technically, depending on
Killer salad though.
the history you
Killer.
believe,
We
could
all
also
put our
be
we all put our 16
literally
forks in
Hitler.
Stab him 23 times, yeah. I
Little
listen,
Boots.
I
Little
celebrate the
Boots
Ides
is
of March.
bald.
Yep, Caligula. He is bald.
Yeah.
Next up we have Charlemagne.
Oh yes, he's great. Also, good beard.
Very
Good
good
beard.
beard.
Is he great? I have
Charlemagne
is he a good person?
Charlemagne was the
He-
emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. And by that I mean basically Germany.
The Frankish Empire.
Yeah, the Frankish Empire.
He was ordained. He was ordained by the Pope.
Mhm.
Sort of in a weird sidestep, but he attempted to bring back a measure of classical enlightenment, I'll call it, back to what was then Gothic Europe.
Yeah.
So good person then, or
Yeah,
bad? I don't know.
he was pretty good. He didn't know how to read. He was illiterate. He would literally
My
wake his
kinda-
wife up. There are
Nah.
stories that he would be studying at candlelight at night, trying to learn how to read. He would wake his wife up, and she would tell him to go back to bed.
Honey, I threw up. He's standing in this fit in the doorway. Mom, honey, I can't read.
Yeah,
His
he
little
famously
finger
he's got
could
his
not read.
he's got his fancy little staff and orb with him the whole time too.
Fantastic
so
military
where,
commander, could not read.
Where are we
Um,
putting him?
I'm putting him in S tier. That's one beautiful beard.
That's good.
Next up is Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
Oh, his beard is amazing. It's great. It's good.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
You know what? I'd say that's triple S.
Yeah, 100%.
God bless you, Charles Darwin. Speaking of Charles,
Some capacity.
next up is Charles Dickens.
Yeah. You've got
You
like.
know,
Why does his
it's-
beard go straight out? Like it doesn't
yeah,
have
no,
any puff to it. It is straight down.
Bro's
Yeah.
got a brim on his face.
Listen, Charles Dickens, great writer, wrote some really good books. He wrote Oliver Twist. He wrote Christmas Carol.
His,
You know,
it's his beard. It's like it's not good, but like
it's not a good
it's
beard.
It's unique, but it's not good.
It's not a good beard.
I'd
I
say
want
you go in C tier.
to C tier. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, at 2 baldus. Some strange facial hair. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it makes his chin looks like it makes his chin look like he's a Habsburg. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
God.
It's playing in my mind now the bit from Oversimplified where he's like, "Mommy says it's a strong chin for a strong boy."
So dumb.
Next up, Charles Morris. I'm looking this up to see if I can find anything.
Yeah, I think it's Charles Morris.
Charles Maurras. He's French.
Morose, I think, is
Moreau,
Ah,
yeah.
the French.
The French. French author,
Honestly?
politician, poet, and critic.
oh,
Oh,
the first critic to exist.
oh. Well,
Oh,
here's
what?
some interesting things that I just read about him. Moreau also held anti-communist, anti-Masonic, anti-Protestant, and anti-Semitic views while being highly critical of Nazism, referring to it as, quote, stupidity.
Oh, so he just hated everyone then, huh?
Yeah, he hated everyone.
Just
Yeah, pretty much.
like a true Frenchman. Anyway,
Oh, and he was also a
his beard is
monarchist.
okay though. His beard is okay though. So
He's got a
Yeah,
fine
remember, we specifically said, except for, of course, a few obviouses,
Yeah.
no historical importance. How
Yeah,
does his
obviously
little
not.
tuft look?
I'd say that's
Yeah.
B tier.
I'd say B.
yeah,
It's not
Philip the
full.
Second of Spain.
it's decent.
All right. Charles Quint is this next guy.
Charles Quint.
Charles Quint. I think that's what it said.
Oh, yes it is.
Oh.
I've never heard of this dude.
Charles V, Holy
Oh,
Roman Emperor.
Charles the Fifth. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Who the
because
frig is
Quint is
Charles
5. Yeah.
Quint?
Oh,
Okay. That makes more sense. I was like, who is it?
Rev says can't see the beard well enough on mobile. I say mid beard. Fair enough.
It's honestly, I seen it myself. It's not bad.
Here's a
It's
a
got
bigger.
it's got a decent. It's like
Here's a-
shaped well, and it's got a good like color
Yeah,
separation.
that's a zoom in of the same image.
Yeah.
that looks like your Josiah
Kind of, yeah.
with the patches of different.
Colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. He was heir to and then head of the rising House of Habsburg. There it is.
He started it, so technically it's not that bad yet.
Oh my,
Yet.
oh my god. Oh my god. Blaze, I just looked at your DM. Why would you send me this?
Blaze isn't
I
here
hate
anymore.
this.
Blaze left a while ago, yeah.
God, why would she sent me the flayed Kezu? I didn't realize what that meant. It looks like a red rocket. Oh!
Oh god, ew. Get out of here.
Posting in chat.
Fantastic.
You gotta
Not-
suffer like
not-
me. You gotta suffer.
Not for chat.
We're
Not-
we're gonna move right along here. We're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
put Charles V here. Yeah, this is a good beard. I'd say A tier.
A?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A
let's
tier,
say
A tier beard.
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. Okay, now
A dictator's mustache,
Suffer
but
as
not
I
a
have.
dictator.
so this is gonna get us in trouble because I think it looks good on Charlie Chaplin. I think it does not look good on a very particular other person on this list.
Yeah.
It's iconic. You tell
But is
people
that
you're
his
dressing like
actual
Charlie
beard, though?
Chaplin, and not the other person.
Rav just
Is that
said
his
Chaplin got
actual
some decent swag. Shame some dude ruined it.
Yeah.
His actual beard though, so I don't know.
No, Chaplin's got the Hitler stash.
Or- But is that
Yeah.
actually his facial hair though?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put it A.
I'm gonna be so for real right now. I think the mustache shape is kind of stupid.
That's fair.
I don't think I like it on anyone.
That's fair. I'll put that in
Maybe.
doo-doo feces.
Oh, really?
Just because it has been
I
ruined.
just don't
Poor
like the way it
Chaplin.
looks either.
I feel
Listen,
bad for
Chaplin's great. I love Chaplin. Bald tier. Hi, Enigma. Welcome back. Yeah, we're ranking historical figures now based on their facial hair.
Yeah, no,
Um,
listen, we know,
Oh,
Enigma,
yeah.
we know. It's just like, I just don't like the way the mustache shape looks. I'm sorry, Charlie Chaplin's funny, I just no. I can't
Yeah.
do the
Yeah.
shape, it's just weird.
Put it in doo-doo faces. Poor Chaplin.
But yeah, no.
Alright, Che Guevara.
Chaplin's great. Che Guevara. So,
Bro, this bro has aura. Oh my lord, look at this
Yeah.
photo.
dude, this
The
Oh, he's
aura.
this is possibly the single most famous photo ever taken. Is this
Well, that's
particular
not-
photo of Che
Bro,
Guevara?
he's so hard. This is the hardest photo I've ever
True.
seen in my entire life.
It's very famous, but it's probably not the most famous.
It's All right, it's definitely up there then. You know.
Yeah, but I'd argue even within the list that we've done, most people would recognize Lincoln or Einstein versus Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm saying in terms of like you might not know who he is, but you've seen that picture before. You know.
Fair enough. It's
his
definitely
beard's
famous.
pretty weak,
I don't know
though.
about that famous.
His beard's pretty weak, though. I put it in C tier.
Yeah.
What?
he's-
No, it's not always about quantity, but style.
He's
I
got
didn't
he's
like
got
that.
aura. He's got aura.
He's got
I'd
aura.
say I'd
Like,
say
imagine him without it, or imagine him with too much. It just doesn't fit.
I'd say A tier definitely.
Okay.
I would say.
Based Lincoln tier.
Christopher Columbus is bald.
Christopher Columbus
Yeah,
goes
and
in
he's
bald
And
tier.
he's a loser, so.
Eh,
Bald
And he's a
tier.
big loser.
No,
Got
he was
sheer
a
amount of swag,
loser
yeah.
in his time too. Down in the gutter.
All right, so next up is Clotaire. What do you mean Clotaire?
Cloaca?
Oh no, definitely not that.
Hang on.
Clotaire the First, King of the Franks.
I guess it is
Beard's
Clotaire the
great, by
First.
way.
Unless it's Clotaire the Second or Clotaire the Third or Clotaire
One
the
of the
Fourth.
successor. No, it's definitely the first. It's one of the successor kingdoms to. So before Charlemagne, there was the kingdom of the Franks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's this guy. Pretty rockin' beard.
Yeah. It's
pretty.
nice. It's full.
But he's got long hair to go with it too, and I
If
think
there
it
was like,
Yeah.
if there was someone back then who was highly regarded of the Franks, would they be considered the darling of the Franks?
the god of the Franks.
Shit. Fuck right off, pal.
That's like Calicro's original, bro. I'd be making those jokes all
Darling
the
in
time.
the Franks. Fuck me.
Oh,
Alright.
darling in the Franks. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I didn't hear it correctly. I put it in S. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
solid. Rav says from a distance he kind of looks like Jesus with a massive forehead.
Yes.
So
he does.
Jesus,
so
Is
Jesus.
Jesus up here? That'd be interesting.
I
I
think
we
so.
don't really know if Jesus had a beard.
No, we
Yeah.
don't. Oh, I recognize
Based upon
a very specific
the
image on
light.
here for
Are you
personal
talking
reasons.
about?
I will
if
get
you're
into
talking-
that later.
If you're talking about white Jesus, I don't know.
No, I'm not talking about white Jesus. I'm talking about Jesus.
Okay.
I don't
so
know, because obviously we don't have any pictures of Jesus, because like there didn't.
Yeah,
have
but we
cameras
know
back then.
based upon where he would be living, which culture he was
We
surrounded.
don't know if he had a beard though.
he
We don't
probably
know
He
that.
would have a. He would have a.
he more
Like
than
everybody.
likely,
We're
he
making a
more
lot
than
of
likely
assumptions
had a
here.
beard.
Almost all the people depicted in Judea at the time had beards. That's just
Yeah.
something they had.
I don't know.
Next up is Scipio. He's going in bald tier.
Yeah,
Well,
he is bald. Roman be bald.
Let's see. Cyrano? Hold on. Cyrano.
I can't even see his face. so I'm
Why
gonna
the
put him
fuck
bald.
did you post it?
Yeah, I can't.
I don't.
Wow.
Listen, I saw it, and I had to have everyone suffer with me.
Okay.
How?
So I
This guy's
I had to look this
bald.
guy up because it does not show his face
Oh.
on here. However, he goes in bald tier.
That's what
Unfortunately.
I figured.
Okay.
French novelist,
Oh.
playwright, epistolarian, and duelist.
What a tag.
His deck has
Duelist.
no weak cards.
But it does have this, the unstoppable Exodia. Both depictions I've seen have at least had a stubble. I'm not seeing any on the picture that I'm looking at.
So you're saying instead of putting him in bald, you'd rather him go and doo-doo feces, huh? Is that what you're saying?
How is
bald?
how is bald better than doo-doo feces? It's below it.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
All right. So
Do you have-
next up is Emile Loubet. There's a lot of French people on this list.
Hmm.
Disgusting.
Probably
Emile Loubet, Prime Minister of France from 1892, or February to December 1892, and President of France from 1899 to 1906.
probably B. What would B for me?
Yeah.
B or A? I would accept.
It's solid.
Yeah,
B is fine for me.
it's
This guy
a bit
is bald.
scraggly.
Yeah. It's a wee bit scraggy.
The mustache especially is a bit scraggly, but what are you gonna
This
do?
guy's bald.
Emmanuel Kant goes in bald tier.
Yeah.
Next
Great
up
guy,
is Fidel
but bald.
Castro.
He does have a classic beard, but it's not very good, honestly. I've always found it to be too
It's-
puffy and scraggly,
It's a
Tim.
Yeah.
it's a little patchy for me. I don't know.
It's not
Because look,
great.
even in the photo, you can
C-tier.
see between his sideburns and his chin, he's got a dip in right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm gonna
C-tier
put
for me.
that below Charles Dickens.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Next guy looks like a
Fran-
French guy.
Francisco
Maybe.
Franco.
No, he's not French. He would technically go in.
He was.
Did he?
He was in fact the
I can't.
dictator of Spain from 1939 to 1975.
Yes, this is a question of dictator or literally Hitler. And I think he's just
Looking that
dictator.
up because I know that.
if he was friends with Hitler, I mean,
So here's
I
the
mean,
thing. During World War
he
II,
was-
he maintained Spanish neutrality but supported the Axis in recompense to Italy and Germany for their support during the Civil War, damaging the country's international reputation in various ways. So technically, Spain
Yeah.
was neutral during the war, but they were like, it was kind of like how the United States was with the Allies for a little while, where it was like,
Eh.
where like we're not gonna get involved, but we support you guys, you know, that kind of thing. And then Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and then we got involved. But
And to say the United States, it was more like the president was the people of the United States very much wanted to remain out of the war.
yeah,
Had Japan not fought.
there were also
The
several.
president, however, understood the imperative in assisting the Allies.
There were also there were also quite a few Americans in positions of power that supported what the Axis did, which
Of course.
is not great.
Unpressing.
But I because of his support, I'm going to put him in literally Hitler tier.
Well, then you gotta put the Portuguese guy. That's the question. Dictator, but Hitler dictator.
No, because this guy actually did support the Nazis.
Yeah, but the other guy was an enslaver and a murderer as well.
Then we should put him in the literally Hitler tier.
Both of them should go there.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say, but he didn't get in there.
Well, that's because someone argued that not all dictators are bad.
anyway.
Anyway, Nietzsche. I know this guy.
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche, and he'll
Yeah,
end any
Nietzsche.
motherfucker like his name in a spelling bee.
All right, I knew you were gonna hit that, bro.
Listen, that rap battle is how I know how to spell Nietzsche's name, genuinely.
But his mustache is
It's
something. It's something.
It's not the worst mustache I've ever seen. It's not particularly good though.
It could definitely use a little bit of a style.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of a trim in all honesty.
But like, I think it's better than the one guy in seed here.
Oh, which one, Castro or Dickens?
Dickens.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll put. You know what? I'll put him in C tier as well.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Frederick Wilhelm II.
This guy has the Wario cut.
You know what? Just for that, honestly, I think he belongs in triple S tier.
The Wario cut is supreme.
Yeah. Wah. All right. All right. So next up is Galileo.
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 Magnifico.
I'm just a poor
Um,
boy. Nobody loves me. He's just a
This is
poor.
just
All right.
a-
Poor boy.
This is just like
Eh,
a bog standard full beard. It's okay. It's not bad. I think it's B tier. It's I.
It's pretty on par with Charlemagne though. We put him in S tier.
I guess.
We'll say A. We'll say A for Galileo.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Next up is Genghis Khan. How do we want to rank Genghis Khan?
Literally
It
Hitler.
is. Yeah, but. Trying to look at his beard. It's
Read about
his beard is
read about the systematic beheadings of entire cities. Each man gets 10 people, man, women, and children. You have, a couple hours to cut their heads off, and then you move on to your next set.
fair.
So, we're gonna move on to the next guy. That would be George Bizet, I believe, French composer.
Why does he look like? Looks like a guy I know. He looks like like one of the tech employees. Have you ever seen
This bro definitely works at Geek Squad.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. The Geek Squad.
If the Geek
So I was
Squad
trying to get
existed in
out.
the 1840s, then yes, he would have.
Totally exists.
He genuinely
know.
looks. He genuinely looks like like a YouTube gamer.
He really does. God, I mean, I'm trying to think.
I think it's the glasses that are doing that.
Oh, B.
Yeah, it's
I-
B.
That's what I was thinking. B. B is a solid choice.
All right. Next up, we've got King George III, bald.
Bald.
Next up, we've got
Bald.
George Orwell, bald.
He's bald.
Bald.
Sorry, guys.
Next up, we
Next
got
we got
George Patton,
Bald.
bald. Next up, we got George Washington, bald.
Bald.
All of the Georges going bald here. George Jacques Danton.
Why is
Bald.
this guy so ugly? He looks
I
like an
think
Olmec
I think he
statue.
wrote. Didn't he write the Three Musketeers?
This
Did he?
this guy looks like an Olmec statue.
I believe he was born on.
Like, look at him. Look at this guy. Mel, zoom in on stream. We gotta look. He
Alexandre
looks like an Olmec statue.
Alexandre Dumas wrote the Three Musketeers.
Dumas.
Yeah,
What's this guy's name? I gotta look
I've
up
already
the guy.
forgotten. It's not on my list anymore. Hang on, I gotta
Dang
scroll
it.
back up. I'll worry about that later.
Yeah. This guy.
Okay, next up is
He just
Gilbert du Mortier de Lafayette,
Bald.
he's
aka
bald.
the Marquis de Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Unfortunately, my boy Marquis de Lafayette has to go in bald tier.
Yes, I'm bald too.
Now,
Making this-
Rasputin.
rah rah Rasputin.
No, Rasputin. No, I'm the Rasputin. I can't say
Um,
anymore. I'm getting fired.
Love her, the Russian Queen. His beard is so scraggly. He
It's
looks.
because it fits him.
No, it does
fits
fit
so
him.
well.
It does. He is a funny wizard man.
He's a funny wizard man.
He is the funny, unkillable wizard man.
My next D&D character.
Is
Wait, no,
it
that's
Rasputin?
just every character Josiah plays.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Rasputin is basically a D&D character brought to life.
Colleen, I literally played Rasputin one
Oh wait,
time.
you do! You did!
Actually, I have a fun little story. Speaking of Rasputin, a while back, back before we all moved out, I ended up having to take Morgan to the hospital for something. Nothing serious, and everything got resolved. But I was sitting in the waiting room of the ER for a little while, and they had one of the movie channels on, and it was playing the Kingsman prequel. And let me tell
Okay.
you, there is something very surreal about sitting in the waiting room of an emergency room at 1:30 in the morning watching Rasputin get shot in the head.
Incredible.
Was this also around the same time a former president was
No, this was several months before that.
okay?
What makes it crazier is the scene prior to that is like what's his name? K?
Yeah, it's a very complex
He was
dance
being-
scene.
He was being solicited for sex.
What a wacky moment to
Oh.
join back. Hi, welcome back, Rav. Sorry about the ads.
And
Hey,
at
girls gotta
and
make money
at the
somehow.
and at the time he was 16
Yeah.
or
Um,
19 rather, I think.
Anyway, Rasputin, his beard's too scraggly for my tastes, but it's not awful. Like, there's potential there. I want to put it in C tier. How's everyone feeling on
Fair
that?
enough.
Yeah, I'd go with C tier.
All right, next up is Guillaume the First.
This beard is pretty good. I like the Twin Peaks going on here, and the different coloration down the middle. Great.
Yeah, I do like the Twin Peaks.
It's a solid beard.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's a solid
Yo,
S tier
Shout out
beard.
to his barber, dog. Shout out to his barber, dog.
Honestly, yeah. All right. Next up is Hannibal, not Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal, the guy from Carthage,
The elephant guy.
the elephant guy. Yes, him.
Elephant guy. Wow.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, gang. Beard's pretty weak, I think.
Elephant guy.
It's just a scraggly basic.
His beard may be
short
weak,
Beard.
but his military tactics are top notch. That man really did go through the Alps with a pack of elephants.
Aren't the Alps cold?
Mm-hmm.
He has so many things. Cold is but one of them.
They're also very high up and very dangerous.
He lost an eye
He did.
crossing the Alps.
He lost an eye crossing a swamp, I think, after they got through the Alps, if I recall. But he did lose an eye on his march to Rome. That did happen.
Mhm. When it happened is of dispute.
Yeah,
Anyway, his
beard
not
is
that-
pretty
not
weak
that
though.
great.
I want to put that in doo-doo
Beard-
feces.
Yeah.
Definitely without any cleanliness.
Yeah, I will be right back. It's getting dark in here. I gotta go turn the light on.
Alright.
Mhm.
All right, light has been turned on. I'm back. Nobody expects the Elephant Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Elephant Inquisition.
The Inquisition. What a
The
show! The
elements are surprise.
Inquisition.
Surprise and huge pachyderms. Huge pachyderms and the crushing power of huge pachyderms.
Ass das. Put me in S tier. Well, if you were on the tier list, I would put you in S tier. I would put all of my chat in triple S tier, actually. But also welcome
Even
to the
the
stream.
bots?
We're ranking historical figures based on their facial hair, which is gonna get really awkward when we get to Joan of Arc. But we will get there in due time. Right at the moment, we are on.
triple S anyway.
Well, yeah, Joan of Arc gets honorary triple S tier.
Honorary.
All right,
I
so
actually believe that at one point she had a fake beard that was pretty rocking.
Henry D. I'm going to mispronounce this. Specifically
not.
facial hair. Put me in C. You got an Enigma. I'll put you in C. Put George Washington in F tier. George Washington is already in bald tier. There he is. Right there.
Never had any facial hair.
Yeah. All right. So this is Henry de Toulouse-Lautrec. Once again, just butchering the French, but yeah. French painter, printmaker, draftsman, caricaturist, and illustrator. He's also got a Shel Silverstein beard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's
I can see that.
alright. I
Um,
can put in B.
Not great, not bad.
Put me in S tier, although I'd probably be more of B tier at most. You got it, Rav. I'll put you in S tier. Stalin's mustache deserves triple S. We'll get to Stalin. We will have words about
Sorry,
Stalin.
bud.
The unshaven sideburns, I need to shape them. That's all right. I don't have facial hair.
Well, you're a woman, so.
Yeah, but I'm also a trans woman, and I have to shave it off constantly. Don't grow facial hair. It's not fun. Anyway, this guy's got an interesting beard because it like kind of tapers off on his sideburns a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's, you know what?
It's
Then
unique.
it juts out from his chin.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Maybe we put it in low A then.
Low A? You know what? I can agree with that. Low A.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Definitely reminds me of a guy I've seen before.
Yeah, kinda. Here he is. It's Henry VIII.
God. Not only does his beard suck, he's more egg than the last guy who was egg.
Yes. Oh, yes. He was a fat, pompous, just pus-leaking blob.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Doo-doo feces. There we go.
I've always thought Henry VIII looked like Gustavo from Big Time Rush.
You know what? Don't do Gustavo. Don't insult Gustavo like that.
So, I mean, for just a second, I accidentally put him in bald tier, and now Rav is going honorary bald.
Ball.
Deserves to
See,
be
the
bald.
thing is, though, he's already bald, so that technically wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah. All right. So next up is Emperor Hirohito of Japan, who did ally with Hitler.
Have a beard. All right.
So
He's a literary.
Literally.
so we will put him in that tier, and we will leave him be.
Don't even begin to mention the yeah, no, literally heavy.
All right. So next up is Ho Chi Minh, the Vietnamese communist leader.
Oh.
Where'd he go?
Ho Chi
Nowhere
Minh,
he belongs.
colloquially known as Uncle Ho.
Good capitalist? I mean, good communist or bad communist?
Well, let's take a look here. He was a Vietnamese communist revolutionary, nationalist, and politician. He served as Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam from 45 until 55, and as President from 45 until his death in 1969. I believe that was during the Vietnam War.
Yes.
He did
Right.
die in 69 in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
But given the fact that he was the leader of Vietnam during the Vietnam War, I kind of vibe with him, in all honesty.
I'm just
I'm just
and
saying.
his beard is it's interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
It
I don't
is.
know. It's a little bit
much-
unkempt.
It's
but
it's much longer than the picture allows.
It is very scraggly.
Well, it's to vibe
Alright.
with his it's specific to vibe with his kind of like common uproots, like a man of the people. He's Uncle Ho.
Yeah, Uncle Ho.
That's why it's not all whippy. Ho.
So,
He-
I'll put that in. I'm thinking either B or C tier.
Give him a
Yeah.
B.
Yeah,
I
we'll give him
like
a
it.
B. Let's go, Ho Chi Minh in B tier.
Now, who else thought
fought-
this might have been
fought-
Nicolas
you-
Cage?
He kinda
you
does
were
look like
part
Nicolas
of a
Cage.
nation. You were a part of a nation that fought America and won. Good on you, bro.
Honest to God, like,
One is a. I remember
They
one of my.
won.
I think one.
They
I think
won.
one of my favorite memes of one of my favorite memes of Vietnam is the one where everybody it's like what everybody thinks Vietnam was like, and it's like Americans running away from the Vietnamese. It's like, and then the next panel is what Vietnam was actually like, and both of them are haggard, and the Vietnamese are just skulls, and they're like, "Are you guys dead yet?" And they're like, "No," and it's like, "All right, we're done." It's like that's what it was. It was just an absolute slog fest of. It took them forever to recover.
Yeah.
Bombs littered everywhere.
Yeah.
Ugh, it was
um,
one is a strong term.
they still humiliated America. Let's face it, at the very
yeah.
least.
Oh, but they suffered. Oh, they suffered.
Oh no, they definitely did.
Everybody
there
around them.
was my granddad was drafted to go fight in Vietnam. And what eventually killed him was exposure to Agent Orange. Like he suffered with that kind of thing for years and years and years afterwards. Right up until his death in 2013.
So he came home though.
Yeah, he did come home.
Okay.
I got to know him. He was a wonderful person. Very
Mhm.
funny, but also did suffer health problems from fighting in Vietnam because of his exposure to Agent Orange. And so
Here-
there's all that. But
keep,
he was
keep
really
on,
funny.
Keep on talking. I'm gonna go to the restroom though.
Yeah, you good. He was really funny about it though, because like I said, great sense of humor. He had this little hat that he wore a lot that said "unsuccessful draft dodger."
That's awesome. Where did he get it?
I have no idea. I think my grandma still has it, like to this day.
Wow.
No, he before getting drafted and getting sent out to Vietnam, he was part of a band in his local area, a band called the Nightcrawlers. And he was the drummer for the band. They had one big hit, and it was called Little Black Egg, and it was kind of like a regional hit. I think the Cars did a cover of it at one point. But they broke up partly because most, if not all of them, all got drafted.
What's the song called?
Little Black Egg. It's a complete nonsense song, but I absolutely adore it. It's
Oh,
yeah.
it's on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Oh
Because
my
everything
God.
is on Spotify. You should go listen to Little Black Egg, partly because it's a really fun song, and also partly because my grandmother still gets royalty checks.
She really?
Yes, she does.
That is amazing. Good for her.
Every now and then, because it's not like a hugely popular song anymore, but every now and then they'll play it on the local
I'm
radio.
listening to it right now.
Or, someone will stream it on Spotify, and then the remaining band members and their next of kin get royalty checks from it still. So
Does your mom, or wait, was this your dad's dad or your mom's dad?
this is my mom's stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, brilliant guy. Absolutely hysterical. I miss him dearly. As does pretty much everyone who knew him.
Oh, it's a lovely song.
Yeah. I don't care what they
Yeah.
say. I've learned how to play that song on my uke. I might do a cover of it myself at some point.
Where are we putting Nicolas Cage?
Right. So, well, I was kind of stalling for time, hoping Cal would come back by now, but
Fair enough. We can keep going. Have you ever heard of Blue's Clues?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. But yeah, no. So, it's a weird thing. You get a lot of people who hear about Vietnam, but they don't know people who fought in it, and a lot of the people that did fight in it came out with PTSD and are not pleasant to be around because of that. But
everybody came out with PTSD.
If you ever manage to meet someone who did fight in that war, talk to them about it, because it's a very fascinating period of history, and also really shows how shitty our government was and still is. Anyway.
Cal says keep going. He can still hear.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. So this guy is Hawari Boumediene. Again, horribly mispronouncing that. He was the president of Algeria from 1976 to 1978. I'm doing my best with these pronunciations, by the way. It is not going well. He does kind of look like Nick Cage with a mustache.
Yeah.
It's a fine stash. Like genuinely, it's like it is like the mustache shape, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's the Ron Swanson.
Yeah, or like the Sam Elliott.
Yeah, the Sam Elliott. I think that goes in B tier. Because it's a good stash, but there's nothing else to kind of accompany it, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. Next up is Hugh Capet?
That looks like Isaac Newton.
Oh, well, Isaac Newton is coming up next.
Oh,
He's
never mind.
Okay. How do you spell it?
Hugh Capet, King of the Franks from 987 to 996.
Oh, so after Charlemagne. Okay.
He
So
was
do we want to put all the Frank kings together?
Hugh was
There's
descended.
the first, there's Charlemagne.
Hugh apparently was Charlemagne's grandson.
Yep.
So, or great grandson.
Put him up there with his father. It looks like he's got a nice bob to go with his solid black beard.
Yeah, it's very much the medieval royal hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I'd say that goes in A tier.
Yeah. Not quite the level as with most parts of history. Not quite the level of his forefathers, but good.
Yeah. All right. So, next up is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton goes in bald tier.
He goes in bold too.
Bald.
Next up is Ivan Illich. I don't know this guy. Hang on. Ivan Illich. By the way, anytime that I don't know someone, I'm basically reading off their Wikipedia article. So if there's any factual errors, blame Wikipedia, not me. This guy also goes in bald tier, but I'm curious. An Austrian
Philosopher.
Roman Catholic priest, theologian, philosopher, and social critic. Lived from 1926 to 2002.
Died 76.
Bald.
Bald.
Next up is Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah. He's got a rockin' facial hair. And he looks like a murderer, which he is. He killed his son with his own scepter. It's amazing.
Ivan the Terrible is such a fascinating person. I mean, really I find a lot of Russian royalty to be fascinating, you know? But yeah. Historians generally believe that in a fit of anger, he murdered his eldest son and heir, Ivan Ivanovich. He might have. It's also saying on here he might have also caused the miscarriage of the latter's unborn child. So.
Which is why his son went to confront him, and then he promptly killed him.
So here's the thing: is the English word "terrible" is usually used to translate the Russian word "grozny" in Ivan's epithet, but this is a somewhat archaic translation. The Russian word "grozny" reflects the older English usage of "terrible" as in quote inspiring fear or terror, dangerous, powerful, unquote, similar to terrifying. So it's an interesting thing. They kind of fucked up his name there, but
I'm
only because
reminded of the
linguistic drift.
of the Night at the Museum 2 movie version of Ivan the Terrible. Actually, that is not the exact translation. It exactly translates to Ivan the Awesome.
Yes.
That's basically what it is. Except awesome has also been it has drifted linguistically as well. So it also means something different now than it did back then.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rockin' Beard, that's S tier. It's got like the salt and pepper in it too. I like it. Next up is Jolkin Rolkin Rolkin Tolkien.
Look at his bald.
Yeah. Sorry, Tolkien. You going bald tier.
Sorry, Tolkien.
You wrote some good books, though. I appreciate it.
You did.
Next up
Good on
is Jacques Togo.
Can you take him hot to go?
Jacques Togo. Yeah. I would actually like Jacques to stay, if that's possible. N. Robert Jacques Togo, Baron de Leon. Again, horribly mispronouncing all of this. I'm sure someone is going to show up in chat who actually does speak French and be like, why is this American trying to speak French?
Because
This
you're
is why I
sacrificing
hate-
yourself.
Yeah.
This is why I hate Americans.
This is...
They try to read our funny words.
I like
Oh,
the funny
your
words,
funny
Magic
words,
Man.
Magic Man.
Nothing bad ever happened to the
Happened to the
Kennedys.
Kennedys. Why?
All right. Oh God, who let Woody Woodpecker in here?
Oh.
Jean-Baptiste Poquelin. Poquelin. God, I wish I could pronounce things. Jean-Baptiste.
Why is he up in Roman garb? Looks like.
Great question.
Give us the Wikipedia article, Magic Man.
Oh, Moliere. I know this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd this list not call him Moliere? That's just what his name is. Or his stage name, anyway.
Okay, so that's why he's in Roman garb. He's an actor.
Yes.
His mustache, I don't know. He's giving like Shakespeare with that mustache.
So that particular portrait of him that is on the tier list is him dressed up as Caesar in a play called The Death of Pompey. Hi, tax collector. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us.
Oh
Oh
God.
my gosh! I can't believe our friend Pompey died.
Yeah. Pompey the Headless.
Joke.
Yeah. But yes, so the other famous portrait of him shows him without any facial hair, unfortunately. So this is a case where even though the portrait on the tier list does include facial hair, we might have to put him in bald tier.
All right, fair enough.
Oh yeah, so tax collector, welcome in. We're currently ranking historical figures based on their facial hair. As you can see, we are not ranking all of them because a lot of these people either have no facial hair or are closely
Or they're
associated
literally
with
Hitler.
Adolf Hitler. So, or are very similar in scope to that guy. So, we're putting all of them in their own special category that they can just hang out in.
Yeah.
But we are trying to do as many of these as possible. Hell, yeah. Yeah, actually, I should name this Hell, but I thought literally Hitler was funnier. Jean Jars is the guy who's next. It really
his
is a
beard 'cause
lot of...
it really completes his whole square head look.
It does. It does. Genuinely, I've
looks
known
good.
people that look like this guy.
He looks good. I mean,
No, he does. He looks like he'd be really into craft beer.
oh for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good beard.
I'll put an A.
Yeah, A tier. I could agree with that. Next up is Joan of Arc, who
Well, she's
honorary
great.
S tier.
Honorary, but for the purpose of this tier list, I don't know.
Well, see, there are sources that say she did grow out facial hair to complete the illusion,
Shut
but at a certain
up.
point,
You're lying to me. Don't you sit there and lie to my face.
well, she wasn't always, attempting to portray herself as a woman. It was at a certain point that the myth became more important than trying to pretend, and so there's a lot with her.
To my understanding,
Fair enough.
she very much tried to avoid being seen as a woman. She was basically Mulan in that regard.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
So yeah, like putting on a fake beard, that would be perfectly reasonable, I think.
It wasn't fake by some accounts. She grew it.
Well,
It's not hard for a woman to grow facial hair, depending.
depending on quite a few things, yeah.
Mhm.
Next up is Johannes Kepler.
The man.
I'm
That's
very
nice.
biased towards Kepler. All right, I love this guy. He
He
was
does have a nice
is
beard.
interesting.
he does have a nice beard.
He's got a tea beard.
Um, he
Yeah.
he was one of the guys that was like, hey guys, maybe the Earth revolves around the sun, instead of the sun revolving around the Earth, and he got kicked out of the church for that. Yeah.
L Church.
So,
His beard's interesting. I'm willing to put it in S or triple S Goku.
yeah. You know what? I'll put it in triple S, just because again I am biased, and also,
Fair enough.
let's be real. I know we said we're not gonna take historical significance into account, but like, he was pretty ballsy for his time to basically go up to the church and be like, actually, you guys are wrong about astronomy.
Actually.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is J.D. Rockefeller,
Bald and also a cunt.
bald and also a cunt.
Damn.
Yeah, I not incorrect
Call
about
shit
that.
Pussy.
What? What just happened?
If you pushed him
I
into a
see-
swimming
see-
pool, would that make him a wet ass pussy?
Colleen, I said bald and shaved. Call that pussy. Call that pussy.
Okay, so
Alright.
the next guy is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's actually a pretty appropriate sound effect for this next guy, because this next guy is Joseph Goebbels, who
Ow.
Nervous.
cool. So anyway, next up we've got Joseph Stalin.
Same place.
Yeah,
It sucks because he has such a great mustache.
he does have a really good mustache.
Only he did murder so many
If
people.
only he was a good person. Actually, next up on our list is Karl Marx.
Oh.
That's triple S.
Solid
Good beard.
and
Honestly.
solid.
He's got an entire hat.
Historically, yeah.
made of hair.
Historically and facially.
Triple S.
Solid.
Yes. I also God, what was the bit? It was like I fucking told you, I warned you, bro, by Karl Marx.
Does this next guy have a high top fade? What is this guy wearing?
This next guy is Kemal Ataturk? Kemal Ataturk? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
What?
Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, president of Turkey from
Bro has
1923 to
a high taper
1938.
fade.
What if he got a low taper fade?
Low
So-
taper fade.
That is a hat. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I kind of wish that was his hair, but no, that is a hat.
Imagine if Ninja got a low table fade.
I can't believe you had that on standby.
I'm
There's
putting
no
him
way.
in bald tier. Jesus
There's
Christ.
no way you had that on standby, Colleen. There's no way.
I'm part of a lot of servers with soundboards.
Oh my god. The fact that I know you searched for that in your soundboard to see if you had something like that.
I knew I had it in one
God.
of my soundboards because it makes me lose my mind every single time I see
Oh
it.
my god.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, next up we got Leif Erikson.
Happy
Inga
Leif
dinga
Erikson
durgan.
Day.
Yeah.
Yinger,
Erikson Day.
linger, linger.
I'm gonna put him in S tier. It's a good beard.
It's an okay beard. It's an okay.
Yeah, but with the hair and everything too, it matches real
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
So I like that. And also,
Man, this
we
next
celebrate
guy.
Leif Erikson.
Yes.
Fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci.
The
Bro,
triple
talk
F.
about iconic.
That
Triple
How
is
many letters are in the word devour?
6.
Gay icon.
No. Come on, guys. I've made this. God, whatever.
It's 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
He ate.
He ate.
He
Yeah.
ate.
Dude.
Yeah.
Honest to God. And Da Vinci is such an interesting person to read up on too. He like when people like say when people call someone like a Renaissance man, they are thinking of Da Vinci
Yeah.
because he really did do everything. All right, next up is King Louis the Sixth. In the chart in the chart here in the list here it says Louis VI the Fat.
They're not wrong.
Louis
He is
the
that.
Sixth.
But his beard is rather round and rotund, much like his body.
Yes. Yep. Louis Sixth, Louis the Fat, or Louis the Fighter is also appropriate.
Who is he fighting? His
Uh,
lifespan?
Shit. Shit, dude.
What's
The
this
gym?
dude fighting? The scale in his bathroom?
Oh man.
His sleep apnea? Like what?
He's
his
got a
CPAP
good
machine?
beard though. I'm gonna put him in A tier. honestly. A for apnea.
Oh my god.
All right. Next up is Louis the 14th, who is bald. Well, not on his head, but on his face. Yeah. Next up, we got Ludwig von Beethoven, bald. Next up, we got Mahatma Gandhi, who does in fact have a mustache. Before we put him in bald tier, it kind of doesn't look like it, but
is it a good mustache?
I don't know. Let's see if I can find a better image of it. It's iconic at the very least.
I personally love the little mustache Gandhi has.
We can put it in C tier then.
Yeah.
Not crazy.
It's kind of the same for another guy coming up who's just got a mustache. It's like, imagine their face without
Without
the
it,
mustache.
yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about too, because I see him coming up.
Mhm.
But next up, we've got Mao Zedong.
You know where he belongs.
See, I don't
Put him
know
with
enough.
Put him with his buddies.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, he does have a fantastic beard.
Pretty
It's-
good beer, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty full one. I'd say that's S tier.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Marie Curie, who I feel also should belong in triple S, honorarily speaking.
He should, but
Okay.
she is bald.
Yeah, I'm still gonna put her in triple S because, you know.
Why not?
Well, listen,
Martin Luther King.
This was the other guy that that we were looking at.
Yes.
Imagine
gonna-
MLK
Imagine
Jr.
his
without his.
face without the mustache.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's hard to. That's the thing
I
about
suppose.
mustaches is that once they become so ingrained in the memory, like beards are easy. It's like it's a beard.
Yeah.
But mustaches are a harder thing to define. In my mind, it's can you imagine their face without the mustache?
I
Fair
went
enough.
ahead and put him in S tier. Like
Right.
look at Frederick Wilhelm up here. Could you imagine that man without the Wario stash?
No, I could
No,
not.
not at all.
Exactly. All right, next up is Martin Luther Sr., who belongs in bald tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Luther.
I also just think it's funny to refer to him as Martin Luther Sr., given the fact that he lived a couple hundred years before MLK Jr.
Bro, this next guy looks like looks like the former mascot of McDonald's.
Yeah.
This is Maurice de Talleyrand. I'm once again horribly mispronouncing this.
Mm.
Maurice
It's a good beard.
de...
I can no longer move it, Maurice.
Shut up. Shut up.
All hail the New York Giants.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I don't know. I heard King Julian impressions and I said, oh, I can do that. I'll participate.
So
I'm part of the bit.
He's part of the bit. I think he's bald.
I think he is bald. I'm looking at it. There's a couple of people on
He
here,
has
but
a
if it's the
beard.
guy I think it is, then he belongs in bald tier.
Bald.
He has a
Bald.
Does he have a beard? I can't see him.
I'm not seeing it in anything that I'm.
the guy with the turban.
Oh no. We
No.
were talking about the guy before him.
You're talking about the
Oh.
yeah. I think that's Solomon the Great.
This is Mehmed II.
Never mind.
Mehmed II, who does have a pretty decent beard.
He does, but it looks a little bit too much like a penis from this angle.
It does kind of look like a dick, yes. I think
Well,
that's also partly the.
I need
just the
a
painting.
different angle.
Let me see if I can find literally any other image of Mehmed. Mehmed II, 7th Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Apparently, this portrait was made 15 years after his reign.
Hmm.
It was made, or after his first reign, anyway. His second reign, it was made like right close to the tail end of that, and he died in 1481. So this is actually a portrait of him about a year before he died.
I don't know, B.
Yeah, B tier.
I still want that other photo to be Solomon the Great, just so it's like the bigger the turban, the better the guy.
I think it might be Suleiman, given where he is in the list and the fact that it's all been in alphabetical order so far. Sorry, I was messing around in Breath of the Wild. Did I hear dick? Yes, we were talking about Mehmed II's beard. It kind of looks like a dick. So next up is Michelangelo. I thought he was gonna be like a turtle or something.
Is he the leader in blue?
A turtle.
He's got a pretty scraggly beard.
Yeah.
He's a starving artist. They all have starving.
He's not. Can't confirm. It's a little unkempt, but not as unkempt as the ones that are in C tier.
I'd say
Yeah.
B.
That makes sense.
I would also
Thank
say
you.
B for Michelangelo. Yeah, put him right next to Mehmed.
Yeah.
Next up is Miles Zola. Hold on, or Mile Zola?
Don't know who that is.
I'm looking this up.
Gorgonzola?
Hold on. I want to make sure I got the right guy. Oh, I see what happened. The name got cut off on this list. It's Emile Zola.
Oh, okay.
French novelist, journalist, playwright. Hold on. He was a major figure in the political liberalization of France and in the exoneration of the falsely accused and convicted army officer Alfred Dreyfus, which is encapsulated in his renowned newspaper opinion headlined "J'accuse," which means "I accuse" or like objection, basically.
Is that what you quote all the time,
Objection!
Josiah?
What?
Is that what you quote all the time?
J'accuse?
J'accuse?
J'accuse. Yes.
Yeah.
That's also just a word as well.
Objection!
Objection!
He's got a pretty good
Hold
beard.
it.
I'd say this is like an S tier beard, honestly. It's like
Yeah.
nicely shaped, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Comes to kind of a point. The mustache kind of completes the
Good.
look.
I agree.
Yeah. Put him right next
Good
to
enough
Martin
for
Luther. Next up is
Ah, I can do-
Napoleon.
He's bald.
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 Next up is Nero.
Bald.
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 As we established, sideburns do not count.
I don't know this guy. Nikolay Sisu, something like that. I cannot see what it's saying here. Hold on. Nikolay. Oh, it's Romanian, so it's probably Nikolay Shesescu or something like that, or Shesek. Shishescu or something along those lines. I can't pronounce Romanian.
You've done your best,
I'm
Mel,
doing-
and
I'm-
that's what really matters.
I'm doing my best. He goes in bald tier. Fuck you.
Also, yeah, this next guy looks like he just moved a sound fire in his window. If you didn't notice.
He's got that Habsburg chin.
This is Copernicus.
Copernicus, what
Yeah.
the fuck were your parents doing, man?
How closely related were your parents, bro? Next up is Tsar Nicholas II, and oh my god, if this guy doesn't go in triple S, I'm going to riot.
He
This guy has
does.
a
He belongs up there.
beautiful beard.
He's got to go up there. He's got that fantastic fucking stage.
Tsar Nicholas II also, before he became Tsar, went to Japan and got part of his head sliced off. So,
Yeah.
that did happen.
Yeah.
What a baller way to go!
Well, no. He
He
didn't
died.
die from that. He still went on to go be the last Tsar of Russia.
Yeah.
He was the subject of the Russian Revolution.
Oh,
Yeah.
He survived.
Next up, we've got Machiavelli. Bald.
Yeah,
Bald.
he's got double, but he's technically bald.
Next
Nikola
up,
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla. Now,
My famed dude.
before anyone says anything, I want to say that I feel bad for Tesla because his name has been co-opted by an asshole.
Yeah.
That being said, Tesla was also a very peculiar individual, shall we say.
Oh, he was horribly peculiar. He was like, he wasn't even eccentric at the time of his death because technically he was poor.
Yep. But
He's
he
weird.
did have
Oh,
a few
fuck.
ideas that I wish we would have had implemented because that would have been great for humanity, but whatever. He wanted like free electricity for all and stuff like that.
mhm.
Oh yeah.
Really interesting guy. I think everyone should read up on Nikola Tesla and about how much Edison screwed him over, as Edison did with basically everyone.
Oh yeah.
Edison fucking hated Tesla. It was kind of crazy.
They hated each other.
Oh, 100% they did. Got a pretty iconic stash, by the way, which is the
Yeah.
topic of this tier list, is facial hair. I want to say B tier because it's not like super. It's not like, on the same level
Yeah.
as Tsar Nicholas II or anything, but
Yeah.
it's a
I know
pretty
what you're
good
saying.
stash. It's on the same level as Nicolas Cage looking motherfucker over here,
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
he
fair.
really does look like Nicolas Cage. I was gonna say it before I put it in the restroom.
It's not
but he
actually
really
Nicolas
does.
Cage. He was like the president
But he
of
looks
Algeria or
just
something.
like him, bro.
Yeah.
He does. Is Nicolas Cage, in fact, his relative?
Well, it's that kind of thing of like the conspiracy theory that Nicolas Cage is actually like a time traveling vampire or whatever.
Is that why he
It's
made
funny 'cause he
Renfield?
played Dracula.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's
is
why
that
he played. That's
Renfield?
probably why he played Dracula. Someone put it best is that Nicolas Cage is the kind of actor that is really good at acting, but he's bad with money. So like he has to keep being part of like really bad movies to make ends meet, so to speak. So, but he'll act his heart out no matter what movie he's in,
Oh yeah.
Also, everyone who's listening in should watch National Treasure. That is unironically my favorite Nick Cage movie.
They are good movies.
What about Spider-Verse?
You know what? I keep
Is that considered a Nick Cage movie?
that Nick Cage is in that movie. I wouldn't consider it a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah.
He is an actor who is in that movie. He doesn't play the central character like he does in National Treasure or hell, even Renfield counts, even though he's not technically the main character of Renfield, but he's so prominent in that movie that I think it counts. He plays basically one of the side characters in Spider-Verse.
Yeah. He was great though.
Oh, he was fantastic in Spider-Verse, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Next up is Olav Tryggvason, or Tryggvason. I don't know how to pronounce Old Norse either. He was the king of Norway from 995 to the year 1000.
I mean, basic beard.
Yeah, I'd say that's an A tier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he doesn't quite have the hair to match like Leif Erikson does, you know?
Hinga-dinga-durga.
Sweet lord, this next guy.
Otto von Bismarck.
Yeah.
On Bismarck, he must go in triple S. I will take no less. And that did rhyme.
Dude, of course, obviously.
Like
he
we were
has
joking,
to.
we were joking around that Frederick Wilhelm over here is the Wario stash. This guy's got the Mario stash.
He does. And it is kind of fitting that they hated each other.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yes, they hated
Wow.
each other.
They really were the Mario
Wilhelm
Wars.
That's so
II.
funny. That's
Wilhelm
so
II.
funny.
Fired. He fired Bismarck. And Bismarck looked at him and said, in 20 years, there'll be a war because you fired me. And 20 years later, World War I went on.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. All right. Philippe Pétain? I don't know. Hold on.
He was the Vichy France Nazi collaborator.
Oh, cool. All right, so moving on, we got Plato.
I believe he belongs with his teacher.
Yes, he does, with Aristotle. Actually, you know what? I'll put the two
Or
of them
wait,
right.
is it the other way around? Did Plato
Uh,
teach Aristotle?
I think-
Plato taught
I think
Aristotle.
Plato taught Aristotle, and then Aristotle
Yes.
taught Alexander.
Yes.
He
He belongs with his student.
I believe it was also Plato who died by drinking the hemlock, right?
No, that was
Or was that Socrates?
that was Socrates.
That was Socrates.
Did
Socrates
Socrates
said,
die
"I
from
ain't succumb-"
botulism?
What's up?
No, Socrates. Wait, is that what you said, Cal? You talk about Socrates?
Did whoever drunk the hemlock, did he die from botulism?
No, so
No, I mean, he died from the poison.
he died from the poison. So hemlock is poisonous when ingested.
Yes.
Basically, Socrates would go around Athens, like just the forum, and just be like, "Hey guys, you want to debate philosophy? You want to just like?" He would just go up and ask people like really silly questions out of nowhere, and people got so fed up with him doing that they arrested him and made him drink poison.
Well, yeah,
except-
the bigger.
Except that he was like, "All right, fuck you guys, I'll drink the poison," and then drank it willingly.
Yeah,
bro's like the freaking God. Who's that?
the
one
bigger
guy?
the bigger point of his arrest was the fact that he was telling the younger generation that they should question everything. Don't take anything at its face value. Question everything. And of course, the elders were not a fan of that.
Which, by the way, based. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like
Based?
Based. 100%. Question everything.
Take nothing at face
Why?
value.
Take nothing at face
Just
value. Yeah.
Why?
Shit, you're right.
You're right. Why should I?
That would have been the perfect response. Why should I do that?
And then Socrates does that one gif from that one guy in the woods staring and nodding and smiling. You know the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Pope Joan. Once again, I feel like should go honorary triple S. Yeah, Pope Joan, the only lady pope.
Yeah.
She ruled for 2 years.
Yep. All right. So next up is Rembrandt. I know this guy.
He's got a pretty cool mustache. He reminds me of Maurice from
Maurice.
from fuck. What am I trying to think of?
Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, that's what he kind of looks like. He kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
He was raving in
Just
the
kind of look
corner.
like Maurice, actually. I guarantee you, someone at Disney Animation probably modeled Maurice off of Rembrandt.
That actually makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
I would not be surprised by that.
He was in here raving the other night.
You know what?
Whoa!
That's also
Slow
triple S.
down, Maurice.
Also,
What do we think?
very, very talented painter. I vote triple S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rembrandt was great.
Next up is Descartes.
He's got that mustache.
He does have that mustache.
But
Descartes was the guy who, I don't know if he actually said it, but it's very popular quote from him is I think therefore I am.
balance to assert your existence.
I mean,
It's not good
know.
facial hair though is the thing.
It is not.
It's the pencil thin mustache.
It is not.
we put in like.
It's probably
C-tier.
finger thin, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Yes, C tier.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd go with that. Makes sense. Who's the next guy?
Saint Ambrose de Milan.
Why does he look like he's got headphones on, like the lo-fi thing?
It kind of does.
He really does.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just listening to his beats while he's doing his work. Who is this guy?
Saint Ambrose of Milan.
Saint Ambrose.
Christian theologian.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, I believe I have some of his works.
He expressed himself prominently as a public figure, fiercely promoting Roman Christianity against Arianism and paganism. Lo-fi beats to study and praise the Lord to.
I think that's
Lo-fi
that.
beats
That's
to crusade pagans too.
and they weren't crusading yet. but
Yet.
They were on their way.
This is still the 300s we're talking about.
Yeah. I still love the comment. Name one time when Christians got up and killed people.
The First
The
Crusade,
Crusade?
the
There
Second
were
Crusade,
4 of them.
the Third Crusade, the Fourth Crusade.
Arguably, there were several more, but
Yeah.
that is not an official.
He's got a really good beard, though.
Awesome.
It's good.
I kind of love it. I'm thinking S tier for this guy.
I
Alright,
would
fair
as
enough.
well.
All right. Next up, we have Saint Francois. I guess is hold on, Saint Francois d'Assise.
Ah. But this guy with the Red Cross.
Yeah. See, the only thing that's coming up is okay, Francis of Assisi. So so the portrait that we have of him here on the tier list itself is he's got a full beard and everything. The portrait of him on Wikipedia he kind of looks like a sophomore in college. I'm not gonna lie.
It could also just be the painting.
It is also probably just the painting. This guy did live in the 11 to 1200s, so he was an Italian mystic, poet, and Catholic friar who founded the religious order of the Franciscans.
You telling me a Catholic fried this rice?
A Catholic friar, yeah, there he is.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Specifically a sophomore. Yes, specifically a sophomore.
Colleen got it. Colleen got it.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Fries in the bag.
Jesus.
Let's make an early departure, but it has been fun. I did not think I would make it through.
All
all
right, see you,
these.
Josiah. Have a good one.
All right. We're gonna try to speed through the rest of these, I think.
Yeah.
All right. All I gotta
Yeah, my
say is
D&D show
Teddy.
starts in 10 minutes.
Teddy's gotta go.
Oh,
He's gotta
we
go
already
high.
know where
Oh,
Teddy's
trust me.
going.
Trust
We already
me.
know where
Trust
Teddy's
me.
Yeah.
going.
He will.
I think that's my only opinion on the rest of them,
Fair enough.
except for the guy with the devil horns mustache. I feel like I know who he is.
That's Salvador Dali.
That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
the name was not coming to mind, but that devil horn mustache is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll get
Was
there.
it
We'll get
real?
there. Yeah, that was real.
Ah.
Either way, I'll catch you guys later. It's fun.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah. Oh, he's the guy who made the clocks.
Yes, he is the guy that made the clocks.
cool.
Oh, hang on. Let me go ahead and because the way that the reactives are going, I gotta shrink you guys down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh! No,
got
don't turn
inflated,
me into
Colleen.
a shrinkable
We got
reaction.
inflated, Colleen.
Don't turn me into a marketable plushie. No. Speaking of which, I've been genuinely like considering trying to design a marketable plushie version of my avatar. Not that I'm big enough to
Yes.
need a marketable plushie, but I think it would just be really funny to have
Yeah.
one. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. I'll put this guy in B tier, sure.
I don't know why, Mel, but when you said marketable plushie, especially with your Sona,
Mm-hmm.
I'll put this in the tier list gang. I imagine like this style.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Like just those. And I love them so much.
Is that Dan and Phil?
All right.
Answer the question.
Next up, we have
Perhaps.
St. Paul.
Oh, Colleen.
St. Paul's got a pretty good beard. I'm gonna say that's S tier.
Cow, to answer your question.
Yeah. It is. It is. Okay.
It
so-
is.
Okay.
And I may have bought tour tickets because they're going on tour.
Oh my god.
Colleen.
Listen. I'm
You're
an
one
adult.
Of those.
I'm an adult with adult money.
I understand that.
Fair enough.
I however, I was not one of those crazy fans who like shipped them.
Okay. Good.
Cool. So, moving along, trying to speed through the rest of this tier list.
Sorry.
We got Thomas Aquinas here, St. Thomas, bald.
Oh.
Bald. We got Salvador Dali,
Iconic.
iconic, triple S. I don't care. Come on. Like, who else could pull that off? Also, that is his pet ocelot.
Oh, I thought it was just a regular cat.
Nope, that is his pet ocelot. Salvador Dali had a pet ocelot. He also frequently went to restaurants and instead of paying for the check, would draw something on the receipts. He could get away with that because he's a famous artist, right? So there would be restaurants. He would just get free meals because he would do a little doodle on the receipts, and then the restaurants would keep that as payment, basically. And then they would like pin it to the wall.
The
didn't sell
ocelot. Yeah, the ocelot's name, by the way, was Babu.
Babu. Yeah,
Babu.
Salvador Dali was
Like Babu Frick.
Hey, hey!
Hey.
Oh man. All right. So next up we have Suleiman.
He's a silly man.
He is a silly man. He also has a silly mustache and a very silly
He's
hat.
He's got an onion on his head,
He does have an onion on his head.
or like a clove of garlic.
Bro's a living toad.
Well, not living anymore.
Suleiman the Magnificent, Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from 1520 to 1566. So yeah. Hello, welcome to the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, he's got a pretty good stash though. You know, I'd say
Yeah.
that's A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he did carry that mustache all throughout the remainder of his life.
That's
Yeah.
not all he was carrying.
He was also carrying that hat throughout the rest of his life, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, I was thinking about Salvador Dali as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Dali.
That
yeah.
in the chat.
The devil horns stash, yeah. Tamerlan? Tamerlan.
Ain't that one? Never mind.
Timur, also known as Tamerlan, was a Turco-Mongol conqueror who founded the Timurid Empire in and around modern-day Afghanistan, Iran, and Central Asia. Cool. He did the Timurid Empire. He also has quite the full beard, both in this portrait here and also on the bust that is on his header on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good beard. I'm
An
gonna
alright beard.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say A tier on that one too.
Sure.
Teddy Roosevelt, we know where he's going. Come on, triple
No
S.
question.
Obviously. Come on.
Listen, a bullet can't stop the bull moose. Hi, it's Thomas Edison, bald. Get out of here. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
Next up, Thomas Jefferson, bald.
Bald.
Also, slave owner. Next up is Thomas Midgley. Do you guys know who Thomas Midgley is?
Man, bro's named after a bug. That's crazy.
I don't know who Tom. I think I've heard the name. I just don't remember what he did.
Thomas Midgley Jr. is possibly the one single organism that had the biggest impact on the atmosphere of Earth.
Okay.
He invented CFCs.
Oh.
Yeah. He
I don't know
also
what those are.
basically things that
Oh.
you put in like hairspray cans that deplete the ozone. That was
Oh.
Make gasoline, like the lead gasoline.
he also did leaded gasoline. Yes. So not only was he responsible for the depletion of a significant portion of the ozone layer, which protects us from the deadly rays of the sun, he also put lead in gasoline, which gave people mild lead poisoning for years, and also led to significant health and mental problems for anyone who breathed in that shit. Thomas Midgley also went out in maybe the funniest way possible.
Oh, is this the guy who like died, like trying to make a device to get him out of bed, and then he like
Yes, he
strangled
is.
himself?
Yes, he is. So, basically, he contracted polio, which left him severely paralyzed. Quirked up white boy goaded with the environmental destruction.
Don't call him a quirked up white boy, please.
So thanks, Rav. Also, Enigma says I can hear the vine boom on bald. So
I should have been doing that the entire time.
bald. But yeah, no. So
Bald. Dictator. Anti-Semite.
But yeah, so Thomas Midgley, he contracted polio, left him severely paralyzed. To make it, God damn it, to make it easier for him and his family to kind of help him out, he designed a series of ropes and pulleys that could like lift him up out of bed and that kind of thing. He got tangled in his own invention and died of asphyxiation. So
Did he at least finish?
auto asphyxiation, not autoerotic asphyxiation. All right, come on.
Okay. I know. I'm just being cheeky.
To answer your question, I don't know, and I'm scared to find out. Anyway, bald.
Anyway, bald.
All of that to say, bald. And now you know more about Thomas Midgley. I highly recommend watching the Citation Needed episode about Thomas Midgley. Citation Needed is a fantastic show, and they did an episode on this guy.
Is that on YouTube?
It
Or
is
like,
on.
is
It is
an
on
actual-
YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's
Okay.
Tom Scott and his friends did it. Next up is Vladimir Lenin.
Ooh.
Yeah, very instrumental in the Russian Revolution. Basically was like the communist leader of Russia right up until he died, and then Stalin took over. By all accounts, he was at least a better person than Stalin was, and he's got a decent beard.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, you know what? A tier.
Yeah.
That's my boss.
Oh my god, wait, that literally is your boss.
That is actually Walt Disney. Yes. That picture that picture hung up in the hall that I walked into for my first day on the job. But yeah, that's Walt Disney. This is another interesting case in that, like, try to imagine Martin Luther King Jr. without his mustache. Try to imagine Walt Disney without his mustache.
I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Rav says, I thought that was Howard Stark. To be fair, at
Man,
least
why-
the MCU version of Howard Stark is pretty heavily based on Walt Disney.
Why did I search up? Okay, so I searched up Walt Disney like bald, and then I realized I could have just typed Walt Disney no mustache.
Walt Disney
But it
bald.
still gave me this.
Oh, I cannot wait to see this. Hang on. Oh. So, I'm not going to show chat because I don't think they need to be cursed with this. But that is a picture of the of several of the Disney princesses photoshopped to be bald. It includes Snow White, Aurora, Jasmine. I believe that is. Oh God, who is that? Ariel.
Ariel.
I know it's hard
It's
to
so
recognize.
weird to see without the hair.
Yeah. Well, she's. Yeah. I'm also more used to
Yeah.
seeing her as a mermaid and not as a princess. Belle and Cinderella.
Yeah.
All with no hair. Anyway. I'm gonna put Walt Disney in B tier. Fuck you.
B for Disney.
Can you say that like legally, Mo?
I'm off the clock. It's fine. I can say whatever I want.
Okay.
Also, I'm not saying fuck you to Walt Disney. I'm saying fuck you generally.
Oh my god, there was like legit merchandise. I don't know what year this was. It looks like the 70s or 60s, where it was like those fake mustaches you could buy, but they had a Walt Disney one.
All right, so I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna open this image in a new tab because I want to point out that the name of this particular image is not the name of the person, but we act like we are fighting JPEG.png. I need to do a reverse image search on this. Hang on. Because I need to know who this guy is. Oh, okay, there we go. My thing is doing its best. Oh, it's Charles de Gaulle. Okay. Oh, and now the piano music is fucking up. Don't worry about that. All right. You guys didn't see anything. It's Charles de Gaulle. He was the president of France during the war. Ah, hello there. You are a bot. I am going to destroy you. Bot.
Destroy this
Bad.
man.
Jarvis. Jarvis, destroy this
Jarvis,
man.
roll his balls.
Jarvis, shit his pants. It's Charles de Gaulle. That really got you, huh?
Yeah.
This guy has something of a mustache. I'm gonna put him in C tier. C for Charles.
Yeah.
We got William Shakespeare. It's Billy Shakes. There he is.
Yeah. I mean, okay. It's you know what? I like that his entire beard looks like a shovel. It's good.
William Spade, yeah. I'll put this guy in B tier. I'll put him next to Walt Disney.
Yeah. B for Billiam.
B for Billiam. Winston Churchill. Listen, I have a lot of respect for Churchill. All right, he did,
He's
serve
bald.
Britain during the war. Bald. There it is. Thank you. And finally, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Bald.
Bald.
All right, and there we go. I'm not going to reread every name on this list because I've already forgotten several of them, but that is the historical figures tier list based on their facial hair. That was a long one,
That was
But
a
it was
long
fun.
one, and I gotta go immediately, actually. So.
Yeah.
My
I'm gonna
DVD's
go
so
ahead
excited.
and save or download. I want to save
But I
this
can
one.
go around the horn. If I can go first around, we're going around the horn, so that'd be great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, hello chat. My name is Calicers. You can find me on twitch.tv/Calicers where I stream sometimes. I'm actually in the process of setting up an actual streaming schedule. Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Ooh, Nice.
I'm thinking Mondays I'm gonna play a random game from my library, and I'm thinking one of the weekend days I'm gonna play a retro game on a from one of the Nintendo Online thingies.
Nice.
Both of these things are joinable if any one of my friendos want to join in. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Cowlickers. Please do that. I get so much more attention there, and it feels really good. You can also follow me on Tumblr, though I don't get as much attention on there because fame is not really a thing you're supposed to go for on Tumblr. It's
Yeah.
like the rule.
Tumblr is the collaborative website. Blue Sky is the one where you
I mostly
actually
just want. I
put
would
yourself
mostly
out
just
there.
want to get. I mostly just want to have genuine human interactions on Tumblr. Is what I crave on Tumblr.
Mhm.
So if you want to give me that, you can follow me on Tumblr at Calicers as well.
Actually, let me go ahead and do my little, because I also have a command that I can send people to your Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also actually one away from 100 subscribers. So if you
Oh
want
my
to
god!
actually follow me, that'd be
Someone go
great.
follow Cow so he can get to 100. Come on.
I've literally been on 99 for like a week. Please, I'm so come on, please, guys, come on.
Come on.
But yeah, I am gonna go watch my show. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. Have a good night, Cal.
Yep.
And Colleen, did you want to, I guess, do your little outro or anything?
I mean, I had somewhat of a long intro, so I guess I will just go. I just kind of yap on Twitter. I try to use Blue Sky, but I'm waiting till they roll out a couple more updates to make it more Twitter-like.
Understandable.
Yeah, but yeah, I just yap on Twitter. I am also a corporate slave to the night shift, so
Felt.
when I when I do ramble on Twitter, it's usually at like 2 a.m. But yeah, I hopefully want to save up. I'm saving up money for a car first, and then my next big thing I think will be some sort of like gaming PC, and then maybe I'll start streaming.
Hell
Hopefully,
yeah.
maybe. But if anyone is curious about my Twitch, it's literally just C, like the letter, and then the fish. It's all one word. I don't have anything there, but I don't know if you want to follow in advance. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, that's mainly it.
Nice. And I, of course, have been your host, Elemental Turnip. And so here's the thing: is I mentioned this last night. I want to get the word out there. I've been thinking. I've also been on the night shift recently, and it's prevented me from streaming at my usual time. But I'm thinking I'm gonna start streaming late at night after I get home from work. So I'm gonna be streaming later than I normally would, close to about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try it out here in the next couple of days. No set schedule quite yet, but I want to get back into playing some games like Yakuza and Spyro, and then start playing other games as well. That way I'm not, stuck to those two. We'll see what happens from here. Nothing's set in stone yet, but keep an eye out at the very least. And yeah, with that,
Yeah. What are your actual like night shift like hours? What is night shift at Disney?
usually working until about 10 to 10:30 p.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
so 10 a.m. 10 p.m.
Well, it depends on the day what my start time is. Anywhere from about
okay.
usually about like 2:30 to 4,
Oh,
give or take. Shifts
I
at
am.
Disney are very strange. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and
So
post
I've
that.
heard.
Join up.
My shifts. My night shift is literally 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Ah, yeah, no.
Yeah, so
We've
that
got
literally kicks my ass.
6 to 8 and 8.5 hour shifts, so that's our thing. But
Oh
regardless,
yeah, our work is 24 hour, like a plant that operates 24 hours. So we have a day shift and a night shift,
yeah,
and it just rotates. So
part of the nice
we
thing
have.
about working at a theme park is we have a closing time.
I think our plant used to do 8-hour shifts, but they kind of figured a rotating schedule with 12-hour shifts would give the employees more days off.
yeah,
So, yeah. But night shift is not for the weak.
it is not. That's for sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, keep an eye out the next couple of days. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stream a little bit later than I normally do. So hopefully that goes well. Because if it does, I want to keep doing it. If not, I'm gonna try to figure something else out. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put up my logging off screen. Thank you guys for joining us. This was a long time coming. I really enjoy doing these tier list nights, and I hope everyone who stopped by had a good time. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day or night or whatever time of day it is for you. And yeah, actually, real quick, is anybody streaming that I can raid? Let's find out. This might take a second because my computer is being a tad slow and my phone just restarted itself, so I can't look on there. No idea what just happened with that, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? Let's see, who is live? Oh, nobody. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just go ahead and end it here then. Have a good night, all. Bye.
See ya.